And we are back with another episode of the Open Field Podcast. My name is Random. I'm here with Riddell, Hefe, and Dev. Early and Mo are coming back soon, but we want to apologize real quick for being late. We had some things. Well, I had some things I had to take care of, and luckily these guys were willing to be patient. But how's everybody doing?
Chilling, man.
Chilling.
Good.
Jesus Christ, Dev. Fix your. What's going on with you, bro?
Someone had gave me a call. My fault.
Come on, bro. Clean it up.
Someone gave me a call. My bad.
Clean it up. All right, fellas. Let's start with the big news of the last couple of days. Two quarterbacks got two contract extensions. One on the good side, one on the bad, as you can say. What's up, Mo? We're gonna start with the better one of the two. Jordan Love got paid 4 years, $220 million, officially making him the highest paid quarterback in NFL history, even though that title is just so overplayed at this point, because every time a quarterback gets paid, they're the highest paid player in NFL history. And how do we feel about that contract extension, fellas?
I mean, it's the market. Like, as soon as CJ Stroud comes up, he's going to be the highest paid quarterback. And Caleb Williams, when he comes up, he'll be the highest paid quarterback. It's going to change because that's the quarterback market. Daniel Jones has, we talking about the Discord, and Trent Discord, Daniel Jones changed the quarterback market. So he is the baseline. And then you see a guy like Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins didn't change the market. But Kirk Cousins getting a big contract with his age coming out the injury he is. And you can say, like, going forward, you'll try to take Jordan Love or Kirk because of his age, the potential he has, and everything. So it's like, so I'm not mad at the contract. People think he's overpaid. Like, that's the market. For market value, I don't think he's overpaid because quarterbacks are getting big money. So that's the market value. I think, like, you got your quarterback of the future. You have young receivers. You're a young team. You're the youngest team last year. So going forward, and not only the Packers are really good at drafting. So, like, let's say they lose some guys, some receivers, they can get some more, and they're a really good team trying to win now, and they're gonna compete for years because the Packers are a premier franchise. So, like, they even pay Aaron Rodgers after he had his back-to-back MVPs. They pay him big money, so they're never afraid to pay their quarterback. So I don't think it's a bad extension at all. That's just the market value.
All right, fellas. Anybody else want to add to this?
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Love's contract is fine. At this point, I've been thinking that if they're a young quarterback about to hit their prime and they've shown certain levels, it's kind of like thresholds of a potential quarterback that can win you a Super Bowl, then you pay him. I mean, the likelihood.
Who can't win your Super Bowl though? What we doing?
Hold on. We talking about Jordan Love right now. Then we're gonna talk about money.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, that's not true, but it's like thresholds to win a Super Bowl. And I mean, obviously at the very top you got Mahomes, and then right below it's still like elite quarterbacks that can lead a team. You got our tier 2 guys. Jordan Love has shown flashes to be a potential tier 2, tier 3 type of quarterback, and that is good enough with a good enough roster to win a Super Bowl. So you pay
tier 1.
Right. All right. Anybody else want to add to the Jordan Love extension?
Every dollar he probably deserved a little bit more. Should have gave him 4 years, $250. Tell you something. This is the top 3, probably 3 to 5 futures of the NBA. A lot of these guys gonna be here and gonna be gone before we know it. I'm be honest with you. I'm concerned about Joe Burrow's career. Now he out here doing the Cisco thing. I don't know what's going on with him, but when I look at CJ Stroud, when I look at Patrick Mahomes, I'll give Josh Allen the nod. Depending on Herbert's situation, I think Jordan Love right there, where we talk about 5 to 8 years from now, we're gonna be looking and saying, "Oh, these are the guys that still dominating in this league." I love Jordan Love, man. I do love what he got going on. Purdy right there too. I think for somebody like him, he showed you a year worth of, hey, look, get him now, because if we don't get him now, we would have to drop the brink stuff off on that boy. So I do love Jordan Love's deal. I think that team also it's a beautiful franchise. They're one of their first head coaches is literally named after the Super Bowl's named after him, the Super Bowl trophy. I do believe that the Packers have always not only had great quarterbacks, they've always did a good job of ushering quarterbacks in at the right time and not letting people stay too long. So I like this deal for him. I think they got another 10 years of great quarterbacking, and man, look, well deserved, man. I'm glad he got it. And remember, Random, you was the one talking that shit. They ain't paid him, Earl. They ain't paid him.
At the time, I was talking that mess. We were all not happy what Jordan Love was playing.
Oh, I was. Never fell off the wagon.
All right, whatever.
Is it just me or like the Jordan, like no shade towards Jordan Love, but like isn't the deal like a reflection of how little faith they have in next year's draft?
No, I mean,
mute Hefe. What the hell is he smoking?
Well, I'll say this: there's nobody in the draft from what we've seen that is better than Jordan Love. There's nobody in the draft.
There's nobody in the next 3 years of drafts better than Jordan Love. What are we talking about?
I mean, not only that,
Arch Manning. If he pans out,
we got to see it first.
The best quarterback is Nico from Tennessee. But why would you draft it? Why would you? If you're the Packers, why would you look to draft a quarterback after the season Jordan Love just had when he's one of the youngest quarterbacks in the league?
I don't know. Hold up. All right. Anything else we want to add?
Why would you? You literally is this.
I think Jordan.
If you can do better, why would you try to do better?
You go after.
Go ahead, Hefe. Lots to offer. I think Jordan Love. I think right now Jordan Love is on to something. I think they're on to something with Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love is actually something they can use within the next 4 years. I think he's going to make a lot happen in the next 4 years. I love his contract. I think it's something it's well deserved. He deserved it from his performance last year. Maybe they should give him a little less. Maybe, considering it was only 1 year. But other than that, I think it's pretty good, man. I think right now he put on a good performance last year. And I think
Tua Mo did a Daniel Jones. I think Tua fucked the market up, man. Because now with a nigga like Tua, quarterback like Jordan Love sitting across the league going, they paid him what? Yeah,
no. Tua is miles ahead. No, hold on. We'll get to Tua, but I'll say this: Tua is miles ahead of Daniel Jones. It's not even close.
But I'm saying it's another quarterback that overpaid. Period.
No, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Please.
Anything else we want to add? Because we are going to go into Tua next.
No, that's it.
All right then. So the Dolphins, like the day before Jordan Love got paid, they paid Tua a 4-year, $212 million contract. Ironically, off the back, he was at camp, but he wasn't participating in the Miami Dolphins defense. Was really flexing his muscle in training camp. So I wonder if that added any aspect to it. Like obviously, we've all had our problems with Tua in terms of where we think he could do, whether or not we believe that he could lead the Dolphins where they need to go. But how do we feel about the extension? And early, I'm going to fight you on this right now before I let you all go. Daniel Jones messed up the market. I don't think people are going to look at that Tua extension.
Getting bad money. No one does anybody here think Tua deserves over $50 million a year? Anybody here?
It's like Dev said.
I think he deserved his contract.
It's the going rate.
Get the fuck out of here, Riddell. Why?
Early. It's the going rate for quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's the going rate.
That's the fucking problem. This going rate needs to lower.
Then
blame the owners. They're the one who keeps giving out these contracts.
Yeah, Daniel Jones got 40. Tua should have got what Daniel Jones got.
No, Tua. Look at how Tua has gone over his career compared to how Daniel Jones has gone over his career. Tua deserves his money.
Let's have some fun. When did Daniel Jones play with Tyreek Hill?
He was better. He was better with or without Tyreek. Tua was better.
I think Tua was definitely better than Daniel Jones, bro. Did you see Daniel Jones in training camp, bro? He's missing wide open receivers, bro.
Hefe and early. Take Tyreek Hill away from Tua right now. He's still better than Daniel Jones. Take Jalen Waddle away from.
You can be the short. You can be the tallest midget. That don't make you not short.
He's miles ahead. Daniel Jones, one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
Ever. I think ever. One of the worst ever.
I wouldn't say ever.
Yeah, he's not.
Daniel Jones.
Tua is terrible, but you're kind of disrespecting Tua. All right, listen up.
You're definitely disrespecting Tua, but you know what? I'm gonna step out of this, fellas. Let's talk about the extension. It's obviously very controversial. There's realistically 3 quarterbacks that came to mind immediately who I thought would look at that extension and say, "Oh yeah, bet." One of them's Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy gonna look at Tua's extension and said, "That is my floor," especially if he goes to another championship game. How can the 49ers justify not paying him at least what Tua got? So I guess in a weird way, early is correct, but let's talk about the extension, fellas. Riddell, you are highly in support, so let's start with you first. Why do you believe that Tua deserved his extension?
It's very simple. Like sometimes we got to look past like how good a quarterback is, and one thing that is undeniable is even though Tua was not the upper echelon, Tua is still one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. He's at the very bare minimum.
Better how? Is he top 10? Top 15?
Top 15 or top 16 type quarterback in the NFL. So that is in the upper echelon in quarterbacks in totality. Not to even mention that Tua just had a fantastic statistical year. They were both years he was healthy. He had his team being top in the AFC and making the playoffs. And recently he was he was in the conversation for Pro Bowl or for All Pro and MVP at some point as well. So Tua is a quarterback that I do think has limitations, but at the very least, what you can say is Tua is a quarterback that can win you games. That's check one. Not many quarterbacks you find on a consistent basis you can rely upon to win games. So Tua can win games. Tua is also a good enough quarterback to maximize an offense to be one of the best offenses we've seen. Step 2, that really helps you ensure that this is a quarterback that can carry your offense moving forward.
But he has to stay healthy.
Of course, I mean, I don't care about the health conversation right now. And
I do. I do. You want the mail going out the door. Help us.
You can't say that.
Hold on. Let Riddell finish. Let Riddell finish.
It doesn't. If Joe Burrow missed half his career and you're still always going to pay him top dollar, and if you say otherwise, you're lying. So when it comes down to Tua, at this point, you got to look at, okay, what am I going to get that's better than Tua? Nothing. You're not going to get someone better than Tua because all the other quarterbacks that are better than Tua are staying with their team. So the next thing, am I going to be able to draft someone that I can confidently say right now can win games? Because this is a now roster. It's not a young roster to rebuild and you're going to have young talent for the future. No, that's not the Dolphins. They have talent right now that needs to win right now. So are you going to be able to draft someone who can win right now? And you can't guarantee that because the Dolphins will consistently be a good team that is good enough to win at least 8 games every year. So you're not going to have a good pick. And the last thing people need to consider when it comes to Tua and him getting a contract is that there are teams in NFL history, we know for a fact, that were good enough to make the Super Bowl with average quarterbacks. Average in terms of the starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Being top 15 is good enough for you to win a Super Bowl.
Name them teams.
49ers.
Okay. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. Brock Purdy went to the Super Bowl.
Come back.
Jimmy G went to the Super Bowl.
Let's take our time.
No, we don't.
Is that Dolphins?
There's no way you're going
to.
They didn't win.
Is that Dolphins defense as good as that?
No.
I mean, Dolphins was
No. Hold on. That plays into my point. At this point, if you know you have a quarterback that is good enough, now you got to focus on building a roster that's good enough, that is so good that you can win with this average quarterback. It's tough, but that is the next course of action if the quarterback can't lead.
Dolphins defense ain't been totally solid since Cameron Wake, so I'm not.
Of course, they got to build. They got to build the team, but to say it's impossible would be dishonest because we've seen it, like I said. So it's not impossible, and there is luck that comes to this going to the Super Bowl too. And what would be a lucky situation? 1, the Dolphins get home field advantage all the way to the Super Bowl. 2, certain quarterbacks could get injured. And 3, Tua just needs 1 game where he's fantastic to win to make it to the Super Bowl. Like these lucky scenarios, Jalen Hurts had a lucky playoff run when he went to the Super Bowl like 2 years ago.
That Eagles team was that, bro. Stop being unfair.
But their run was lucky. Brock Purdy got injured. They played Daniel Jones, who I don't care what your team is. You're beating the Giants and you're beating 49ers team without Brock Purdy.
That's a
Their
good point.
quarterback.
That's cap, bro.
he's
Any
cooking.
division game gonna be rough in the playoffs.
He's
Bro,
cooking.
forget
Wait,
McCaffrey.
Hold on. Let Riddell finish. Let him
Let him
finish.
cook. Let Riddell cook.
Let him cook. Let him cook right now.
McCaffrey had to play quarterback in that game. So what happens? All right. So the Dolphins can't bank on finding someone better than Tua. So you pay Tua. Simple as that. You pay Tua because he is shown to be a really good quarterback in the NFL.
He cooking.
Yeah. My thing is this though. Here's my thing though that bothers me with
Dev,
that.
you're going next.
And you're not being all the way sincere.
And Michael, you're after Dev.
I regulate who go, motherfucker. Let me get my shit off. Look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, that NFC East has been one of the weaker divisions in the league for the last couple of years, right? That's one. So it's easy to get up out of that division. Way easier it is to get up out of that AFC East. And I'm going to tell you why. First and foremost, I'm looking at the Jets and I'm saying, y'all quarterback away. If Aaron Rodgers get his shit together, even if Aaron Rodgers leaves and y'all can get a subpar quarterback, that defense is stacked enough and that offensive core can be stacked enough to win and be better than the Dolphins. That Bills team, as long as Josh Allen is there and they continue to build around him the way they've already been doing, they better than them. And let's be honest. Yes, the Patriots suck right now. But let's be honest, the Patriots can get good in no time. The Patriots defense is a very solid defense. They still had a top defense last year. They are literally, if Drake May pans out 75% of what they think he can be, 65%, they are going to be a better team than the Dolphins. I do not like the way the Dolphins have been ran organization-wise for the last 3 to 5 years. Yeah, you got Daniels, who's a great coach. But I'm going to be totally honest with you. They have bullshitted around on that roster. They have bullshitted around on that roster. Not to mention you got that AFC in general, and there's guys coming. There's guys like Justin Herbert coming. Patrick Mahomes is always going to be there. Lamar Jackson always going to be there. It is way easier for the Eagles to come out of a run, as you said, an easy run or a lucky run, than it is for that Dolphins team to come out of that AFC, which is loaded with not only quarterback. And then now we have Texas coming. Stop it, man. Stop it. Dolphins won't sniff a Super Bowl for another 15 years. I promise you that. And picking up Tua and be the reason why they do
it. Shoot me now, early. I got a quick question for you. You said they've been messing around with their roster. Could you give us some examples, please?
Prime example. A couple years ago, y'all had a black coach on that roster who could really coach, but y'all was tanking.
Brian
He blew the ship up on y'all and told him y'all was trying to take games on purpose. That's one. Two, you went and picked up Tua, and no one believed in Tua. Let's be real. We didn't believe in Tua. Tua was like an absolute mess. Not only
I don't think that narrative makes sense.
Well, let me finish real quick, Mike. Tua was absolute mess. You go and get Waddle. You go and get Tariq Hill. Cool. Did we forget that Tua just a year before last, the way they handled that concussion protocol for that boy? This organization is a mess. We watched that boy literally sit on the ground.
That was under the coach that you're talking about.
Like gang signs. Like this.
That was under the coach you were talking about.
You go
under Brian Flores.
Let me tell you another one. You go and get Odell Beckham for what? Has anybody here said when the dog went to the offseason, you know what they need to put him over the hump? Another receiver. Like, that's the shit I'm talking about. You had Xavier Howard going crazy. They kicked him off the team because that boy was going crazy. A two-time All-Pro, right? He off the team
couldn't stay healthy
because of what he was going on with. You got Jalen Ramsey. You just let go Christian Wilkins. Dog, y'all need defense. They're going to get steamrolled. That's what I mean by ran poorly. Know your needs. You went and got Odell.
They have defense. They just got hurt. So like Jalen Phillips and their whole D line got hurt. Yes, you lose Christian Wilkins, but they have defense. And the thing is, I think it's just based on market value. So like it's the market value, and that's why I think Tua, like even if he is overpaid, like that's the market for the quarterbacks, and like we all know the NFL probably overvalues quarterbacks or like values quarterbacks very highly. So that's why all these like guys, if you're a top, like when I know if you said you're top 17 quarterback, you're gonna get paid big money, probably top 20. The only ones that are not getting paid big money are the backups like Tyrod Taylor's, Gardner Minshew's of the world. So, but if you're for sure a starter, they're gonna get paid big money. Also, the thing is with Tua, not Tua, and the reason why I say it doesn't make sense to go out for another quarterback, because if you get rid of Tua, you're gonna set yourself back for years. And like you said, you don't have a good enough draft pick to draft another good quarterback, and it's just you're gonna go through a cycle. And it's like it doesn't really make sense. You just gotta hold on to him right now until you're ready to like have one of those bad years. Because if you're just going off a cycle, like you could end up like the Browns if you have a decent quarterback. Like let's say Deshaun Watson doesn't pan out anymore, even though I believe in him. Now you're going to go through a whole other cycle where you had Baker, even though Baker's like, I know how you feel about Baker, but it's like waiting. It's like, it can cause a lot of turmoil. And I don't think the Dolphin franchise is like, haven't been poorly ran because, like they said, because they got guys to fit next to Tua. They're putting Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Odell to maximize Tua with his limitations because they know he's limited. So they give him the best offense possible. So, and not only that, he was a really good prospect coming to the draft before, even though people thought Herbert was better. But I don't think it's the worst thing in the world because, like I said, all the quarterbacks are going to get paid big money, so I'm not surprised at all. Because Purdy's going to probably get how much he got? Tua got 220.
If Purdy makes the championship game again, he's going to ask for Jordan Love money.
Dude, I think he's asking for Jordan Love money regardless. I think he's going to make an argument if Tua's getting paid this much money. Well, I've already looked better than Tua has. That's what I would be arguing.
All right, Michael, go ahead. And then I got a few questions.
I want to put a little more nuance to questioning this move, but I do want to agree with Devin Riddell. I think Riddell made some
wasn't a good
points.
prospect neither. He just played for Alabama. I was going to say that. Go
ahead. Also, to that point, I think the narrative on that is so skewed now because he hasn't shown up in the playoffs. Like, there's a reason why Tua was drafted over Justin Herbert, over Joe Burrow, is because he was absolutely dominant in college. And whether you want to argue that there's weapons around him,
he also got hurt early.
The narrative,
he messed up his hip.
True. His hip was a really, really major injury, and I'm just gonna say that was the narrative that he
ran organization picking him.
Yeah, okay. So here are the things I want to preface. I think the defense is a little better than advertised. I think they got pretty major injuries last year that led to their performance. I think that they would have been a lot better if Jalen Phillips stayed healthy. And then 3 things. Number 1, all I'm asking is what are they paying him for? Because when you're paying a quarterback $220 million, this is kind of it right here. With the team that they have and constructed, you got 3 years of peak play. And one of the things Riddell brought up is like a home field advantage situation to bring them to the playoffs or have them win. To me, it's like if you're paying quarterback over $200 million, I get it. It's kind of cheap in today's market. I still need a guy that's going to push the needle in an away game. I'm not just getting a quarterback so that I can have home field advantage and win. I want a quarterback that can perform well in the cold, and that's a big issue with Tua. So I think that really, really matters. And then number 1, productivity equals wins ? So like, just because he's been productive that's why I won't say that the Miami organization is totally incompetent because they've developed a great offense that actually suits Tua's skill set. There's a reason why they're number 1 in the league in the offense that last year or right around there. So is this productivity going to equal wins? And I get it, right? What are the options? If you just go out and try to gamble and move Tua and you mess up, you just set yourself back 10 years. But these are the moves that push the needle to winning a Super Bowl, I think, at the end of the day. And I think for me, I would honestly try to find someone else. I don't know what that would look like, but I just think giving Tua 3 years and that much money is kind of being like, okay, well, we're just going to try to win off chance. And if they really want to do that in the next 3 years, they need to build up that defense and hope that offense can stay at the same level it's been playing. And that's
Mike. You was hey, bravo, Mike. Cooking, Mike. That's what I'm saying, Mike.
Okay, fellas. So I have a few questions. I have a few questions. Unless Hefe or Mo, you guys want to add on to this conversation.
I just want to say there's a possibility Tua could be the worst quarterback in that division with his roster. There's a real life possibility. You got Josh Allen, you got Aaron Rodgers. And only God knows what Drake May is going to do.
His rookie year? No.
But hold on.
Right, he's a rookie. That's why I said there's a real life possibility. Nobody knows
Drake May say that.
There's a real life possibility that Aaron Rodgers never gets healthy and he's the worst quarterback in the league.
What have you seen from Aaron Rodgers in the last Hefe? What have you seen from Aaron Rodgers in the last 3 years to say that Tua is not that he will be better than Tua? His last
Aaron Rodgers is one of the best regular season quarterbacks of all time.
Not in the last 3 years, Hefe. His last season with the Packers, he was mid.
I'm
His
sorry.
last
Whoa.
year
We taking
pretty
last
mid.
season Packer Aaron Rodgers over. We taking Tua over last season Packer Aaron Rodgers.
It's
I'm
that.
taking.
Hold on. That's irrelevant because it's that plus his injury. And the whole point whole point that was being mentioned is like the whole idea of saying Tua could be the worst quarterback in the division really has no weight because you can say that about basically any.
It definitely does have weight, bro. Like we're comparing. Like I want y'all to realize we're comparing Tua to Rodgers' worst seasons, and it's easy to do that.
Is not going to be
That's easy to do that. I can easily say, "Oh, look, let's look at our worst moment and compare it to that." But let's compare it to his best moments. Like let's do that.
Of course, we're not doing that because that guy doesn't exist anymore. That MVP Aaron Rodgers, that guy does not exist anymore.
Even not MVP Aaron Rodgers is better than Tua, bro. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Say that. What have you seen in the last 3 years?
We don't have to go down that line of questioning. No, we don't. Because the only reason why that brought up is that you can say that about any quarterback. But the point is Drake May.
I can't say that about any quarterback. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill at receiver. You can't say that about any quarterback, bro. No. Who's going to say that about with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill as their receiver? Who?
Wait, Hefe. I know you watch film. Wait. Okay. I feel like you're blowing it out of proportion a little bit because Tua is still elite in some aspects, right? Timing, precision, running. Wait.
Drake May is not being better than Tua's rookie year. Why are we having this conversation?
Dude, Tua
if Drake May played for the Dolphins, he'd be better than Tua.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't.
Thank you, bro.
No, he would not. Because no, hold on. Now you're saying that he would be.
You give Drake May to Jay Waddle. First of all, Drake May go get
nasty. You're saying he would be CJ Stroud. That's what you're saying.
It doesn't matter. He's not on the Dolphins. What are we doing?
Dude, okay. Can I add something? Wait, can I add something? I will say, I'm taking Aaron's last year in Green Bay over what Tua's been doing. I understand. I understand that was a bad season. I understand it was a bad season from Aaron's perspective, and I understand Tua has had great stats. But if you look at the turmoil that Rodgers was dealing with, especially in the wide receiver core,
turmoil.
But Mike,
what do you mean turmoil?
Mike, he did create the turmoil.
Wait. But the last season, his wide receivers were not that good, and they were struggling.
There's a reason why he had that receiving core, Michael.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Hold on, Michael. Then add the whole context. What was one of the biggest reasons to why Devontae Adams left the Packers?
Dude, yes, it was Aaron's fault. I understand that, but at the end of the day, I'm just looking at what was placed on the field. If he's trying to be GM and he fucks up, okay, whatever. But it still doesn't mean that his receivers were that good, bro. It doesn't mean that they were doing well at all through 6 to 7so once they started to trend upwards, Rodgers
they know what they're doing, bro.
Hold on. So when Aaron Rodgers missed minicamp and he didn't throw with those receivers, so when Aaron Rodgers didn't show up to minicamp with the Packers and didn't throw with the
definitely
receivers, creating all that extra turmoil with him threatening to retire.
Who did Tua look like before they got Tyreek Hill? Desmond Riddler?
No, he's not. No,
now we're just being nasty.
I mean, Tua did start.
Now we're just being. Nobody's saying Tua is top 5, but he's not Daniel Jones either. There's a clear middle ground where Tua is at.
He's like
I can argue Daniel Jones had probably the top 1 to 2 receiver in the league.
He is untalented. Daniel Jones is untalented at the position.
So how many quarterbacks then ran up? Because how many quarterbacks have looked bad without a receiver? What do we think of Josh Allen before Stephon got there? What do we think of? Wait, let me finish. What do we think of Tua before your boy got there? What do we think of Jalen Hurts before AJ Brown got there? Like we can do this all day long, bro.
All those people that you have. Hold on. He's talking to me. All those people that you have named are superior to Daniel Jones. All of them. Daniel Jones' best season was him being absolutely coach carried to the playoffs. That was his best season.
But if I'm being nasty, I can also argue Daniel Jones has never had a number 1 receiver.
He's not good at the position. He's not good at it.
And Tua is?
At all. Tua is way better.
Tua's average at the position.
Tua is better. If Tua is average, then Daniel Jones is the bottom of the
I
barrel.
don't like how y'all keep trying to go to the bottom.
let me nip this in
Let's
the
just talk
bud.
about who he
Yeah.
is right now.
Ask the
He ain't
Giants
better
fan.
than
He'll
half
tell
the
you.
quarterbacks in the league.
Ask
Let
the
me-
Giants
let me-
fan. He will tell you.
let me
Ask
nip
the
this in
Giants
the
I
fan.
bud.
don't know how he got here.
Let me nip this in the bud because the problem with Daniel Jones is that he can't throw the ball down the field. He processes terrible. His pocket presence is terrible. They had to simplify the offense and lead it based off Saquon Barkley's running back ability. So let's be very clear. When we seen Daniel Jones play, it was very obvious that he was incompetent as a passer of the football.
No, just say it. Just say it.
Have we seen the way
The
Tua
difference-
plays with Tyreek Hill?
There's
is
no
on the field?
talent between
Have we
Daniel
seen the way
Jones
Tua
playing
plays with Tyreek Hill is on the field?
Well,
He
He's
looks
still,
very
he
even
incompetent.
without
good.
Tyreek
He looks
Hill,
very
Tua
incompetent.
clears.
Tyreek
early.
Hill plays good without Tyreek Hill. He's played good with Jalen.
Tua. But wait, guys, but we're getting
Tua clears Daniel Jones with or without Tyreek Hill early.
I think it's disingenuous. Like Drake May's not on the. He like you said, he's not on the Dolphins. Like, and if he is, so you can still win. Like, think about it. Let's say Brock Purdy is probably Matthew Stafford and what's the name Conrad are probably better than Brock Purdy, but Brock Purdy can still make it run. Just because you're third best quarterback decision that sit in your division doesn't mean you can't make it.
Tua's not Brock Purdy good though. So let's not.
No,
let's not. Brock Purdy better than Tua.
I'm just
Dude, I don't
Hold
honestly
up, you
think it's-
chastise.
I don't
hold up,
think it's
you
There's
cha-
really
hold on,
no
fellas.
no
You
gap
chastise
between the
Tua
two teams.
for having the weapons, yet you don't do the same for Brock Purdy.
No. Here's the thing about Brock Purdy.
No.
But let me
answer
get you
the
together.
question.
Bob Purdy
I'm gonna
to the dance.
Early-
get you
Answer the
together.
question early.
Random.
I'm gonna get you together because I keep saying this and we always glaze over this. I can pull up 30 fucking episodes, not only this platform, but the last platform where I keep saying this. Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. You don't expect much from Mr. Irrelevant. So if Mr. Irrelevant can get you to a Super Bowl run once or twice, I'm looking at that
He
with
has,
the guy
he
who
has
went.
the
Whoa.
literal Avengers
When
on
did
his
Tua get
team.
drafted? What number
You have
did
the
Tua get drafted
literal
at?
Avengers on this
What number did
team.
Tua get drafted at?
But how
You
is
have
that
the literal
relevant?
What
Avengers on
number
your
did Tua?
team.
Answer the
No,
question, Brandon.
early.
Brandon.
I'm not letting you
Answer-
get away with this. I'm only supposed to be.
Get
Hey,
on his
Riddell,
ass.
what number did Tua get drafted at, Riddell?
No.
What
I'm
number
not
did Tua
letting you
get drafted
mute
at,
me
Riddell?
early. I'm
He
not
got
letting
a
you.
high,
What
he
number
got
did
a
Tua
high
get drafted
pick.
at?
No. Because if you mute me early, I'm gonna mute you back. Because I want.
What number did Tua get drafted?
Damn, bro.
This is irrelevant. All right, this is irrelevant because early, y'all muting each other
Yeah, the
early.
bickering has
You
to
know for a fact, as of right now, in terms of draft pick, it's irrelevant because Purdy is going to get a similar, if not better, contract than Tua.
But
he's
in the
same
come back.
position as Tua.
But Purdy will have a NFC Championship reach in his first year, a Super Bowl reach in the second year. Who knows what he'll do in his third year? So by the time he gets his $55-60 million, we'll say, well, he did do something with it. Versus niggas never made it out of the first round of the
Hold
playoffs.
up, I got him.
Let's be fair. It's a level to this.
Riddell, hold up, I got him. Did you just chastise Jalen Hurts 2 minutes ago for being in an easier conference?
No one complained about Jalen Hurts when he got his contract, though. Did we? Exactly.
Jalen Hurts earned his contract.
Exactly.
Jalen Hurts earned his. Jalen Hurts is better than Tua. No, early.
Did Tua earn
Brock
4
Purdy
years,
has
212?
Brock Purdy has the best running back in the league.
Did Tua
Arguably the
earn 4 years?
no, early. I'm not letting you get away with this. Early. No. Early.
Y'all talking about 2,000-yard running backs, damn near. Shut up.
No. It is not the same. It is not the same. The only person on Tua, the only person that you argue that Tua has better than Brock Purdy is Tyreek Hill himself. That's the only person. Brock Purdy has
Brock Purdy is stacked, big bro.
No. This is my problem. That early refuses.
And Tua still threw almost identical stats to Brock Purdy, and he has less weapons.
Wait,
Mo, thank you. Brock Purdy has arguably the best running back in the league, arguably the best tight end in the league, a stud at receiver, a stud at the other receiver. What are we talking about?
Raheem Morstead had 18 touchdowns last year. Do we know this?
No, but Raheem Morstead is not the same conversation as Christian McCaffrey.
Come on, early, bro.
Come on, early. I know you're being nasty, but this is nasty.
So we gonna poo-poo 18 touchdowns?
Are you picking?
You're
Are
not
you saying?
him to Christian
Are
McCaffrey,
you saying that Raheem?
Watch this though, right?
I'm gonna ask you one question. I'm gonna stop.
So if you,
I'm gonna ask
okay, look.
early. I'm gonna ask you one question. I'm gonna stop. Do you believe that Raheem Mostert belongs in the same conversation as Christian McCaffrey?
I believe that when Raheem Mostert is 1,000-yard back with 18 touchdowns plus You have a Tyler
Answer
Algier.
the question
Plus,
early.
you have
Yes
a Tyler
or
Algier.
no?
I just said plus. You have a Tyler Algier. Yeah, them two together is right there with him. Brock.
So you need two people to replace Christian McCaffrey?
Don't have nobody behind him, my boy.
Tyler Algier doesn't even play for the Dolphins. He's on the Falcons.
Not Tyler Algier. I'm sorry, David A-Chain. When you have David A-Chain and you also have
and he got hurt,
they cancel out Christian McCaffrey.
No, they do not.
Tyreek Hill is better than
Tyreek Hill is better than right now.
Tyreek Hill is so good.
Wait, early.
All
I'm saying is
Debo Samuels and Ayuk put together. Let's be real.
Early. Wait.
But then you gotta think about this, but bro, you gotta think that Tyreek Hill is he's getting closer to the end of his road. Granted, he's fast, he's quick, and all that. But what do they have planned for after him? And if that's gonna be his main weapon,
Mo, you making my case. Why the fuck would you give him a contract then if you feel that way?
I don't think, guys.
They don't have a better option. Who's the better option?
Guys.
Who's the better option than Tua?
We're also being very disingenuous too right now because Tua does have good accuracy. He doesn't just need to, yes. You add Tyreek Hill. You know
right. I can throw 10 yards pretty good too.
No, guys. You know why I add Tyreek Hill? Of course.
Not in the NFL, you can't.
I can throw 10 yards pretty good too, Dave.
Hey, I can hand it off to Christian McCaffrey.
No, but the thing
Mike, hey, Hefe had a hell of an arm back in high school.
No, but you add a guy like Tyreek.
I can do it too, bro. I definitely can make 220 mil.
But the thing is, you add a guy like Tyreek Hill to your team because he's the best receiver one of the best receivers in the league. He's available. Same way, like when the 49 had opportunity to get one of the best running backs in the league, you get him. You just go get that player. Even if you're
so then why not go trade up and go get Penix?
Huh? Penix is not anywhere near as good as Tua.
Are we being for real?
Yes.
Hold on.
Tua would be a way better fit for the Dolphins than Penix would be a way better fit for the Dolphins than Tua.
Hold on. The problem with that is one, you're gonna have to give up draft capital. So the whole building a better team, you're immediately gonna be costing that because you're gonna have to give up capital to get Penix. Two, the problem with that is you're gambling on Penix being better than Tua. We know how good Tua is. We are guessing how good Penix is.
We know how good Tua is.
And the third problem with that is that, again, when it comes down to your team right now, you want to win now. So Penix still has to evolve into someone who's better than Tua.
Does Tua make Miami Dolphins win now? No.
Early, are we going to be honest?
They're one of the best.
Penix would make them worse than they are right now with Tua.
They're the third best team in the AFC right now, and it's only because the Patriots are rebuilding. Let's be honest.
Early. Can you be honest?
They're one of the best teams in the AFC. Can you be honest? Like been every single year with Tua.
Can Early be honest and admit the fact that Tua?
I can be honest.
Can you be honest and admit that
Joe Burrow was hurt last year?
Wait. That Michael
Justin Herbert didn't have anything last year.
Wait. Can you let me finish?
Aaron Rodgers was hurt last year. They would have been the 8th, 9th best team last year.
Can you let me finish what I'm going to say, buddy?
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. My question is, can we be honest and admit that Michael Penix is very similar to Tua Tagovailoa in a lot of ways? So what's the point of trading for Michael Penix?
One nigga can throw a ball over 30 yards. One of them can throw a ball over 30 yards accurately.
Yeah, Michael Penix is actually vicious with big, bro.
Over 30 yards. It does not make them. It does not make him automatically better than Tua is. We literally have no idea how Michael Penix will perform under an NFL with
we really fighting for Tua when we all know Tua doesn't deserve 50 plus a year.
We all know the going rate.
No one's fighting for Tua Early, but the situation isn't as simple as, okay, we have a quarterback who hasn't done anything in the playoffs. Let's just trade for a different guy. When there's a lot of factors and variables that come into play in that are very hard to guess and conjecture, and you have to weigh that out when you're deciding whether or not to trade your quarterback.
So, Mike, do any of us think that the Dolphins are ready to win right now?
It can. We never know. There's injuries in the NFL. We never know.
Look, I already said that I would want to trade him, but there's no. It's not.
I wait till the Cowboys bullshit with Dak Prescott now to pick Dak Prescott up. Fuck it.
But how are you so sure that anything changes with Dak Prescott?
It's similar with Dak Prescott. It's the same shit with Dak Prescott. You're paying him above $250 million to win you 0 playoff games and not win you playoff games to have you.
I bet if Dak played with the Dolphins, he'd be better than Tua.
I mean,
Okay,
Nothing
but
changes.
really,
I wouldn't
How do
say
you
that.
know
I
that?
wouldn't say that
Nothing
because
changes with Dak
Dude,
on the
do you know
Dolphins.
Tua
Oh,
took
hold on. So,
over.
quick question: do they beat the Chiefs last year if Dak was on that team instead of Tua?
no,
Hell
random. No, hell no. Random.
No.
Do you want me to keep it honest with you, random? Honestly, the teams are very similar, though. They're very similar within the skill that they have. I'm not saying like the similarities are actually the exact same, but when it comes to what they have, like the strengths are there for the Cowboys. It's not like the Cowboys have a middling team or whatever. They may have some inconsistencies in what they get when it comes to player personnel, like having too many safeties on the defensive side or whatever. But when it comes to executing in the players that you have, Dak Prescott has been given a lot of chances. Let's not act like he hasn't. Like I've seen Dak Prescott play very similar games to Tua Tagovailoa in that game against the Chiefs, where he played bad. Tua might have played overall worse than I've seen Dak play in the playoffs, to be honest. But it's not close. In reality, it's not close, and it's ridiculously similar. So I mean, like, they're both in the same boat for me. I might think Dak is better, but they're in the same exact boat.
Can I? Okay, so let me ask you something on a serious note, right? Let's be honest about Tua, right? When we look at the Miami Dolphins, right? Do we think that they can beat the team? And here's the thing too. I get the whole, oh man, either way they could get injured and things of that nature. At the end of the day, the going rate being 50 million is not. Just because that's the so-called going rate, don't mean you have to bow down and do that. This is my problem because we'll say this, right? And then in 3 years when Tua don't do shit, we'll say, damn, man, they should have did that. I've seen quarterbacks come, like, here's the thing though. I've seen quarterbacks, if you don't believe your quarterback is the guy who can get you there, especially when you're battling the division, when you have a MVP type quarterback in your division, you got a young gunner coming, and you also have a guy, an older vet who can literally, if he just gives you 75% of himself, can be in the AFC Championship. I don't give Tua that money now. I do the same thing the Redskins did. The Commanders did with your boy Kirk Cousins. I franchise tag him for a year because that doesn't tie me to you for the next 3 to 4 years, and we'll see what plays out in the next open field market.
And
what plays out in the next off season.
But the thing is, the Dolphins, regardless of what we think, the Dolphins think Tua the guy.
MJ did Brock Purdy. MJ.
That's the thing. The coach believe in Tua, the players believe in Tua. Tua is their guy. The franchise believes in Tua, so that's why they pay him. So that regardless of what we think, they believe he's the guy.
They don't believe in him because he wanted to get an extension early, and they poo-pooed him.
No, they're dealing still. Like I get wanting the next guy, but the next guys don't exist like that. There's only like one confident quarterback and three or four maybe quarterbacks that could be a real guy. But for the most part, you just need to build a good enough team and a quarterback that can handle the system.
Anybody want to bet $100 that the Dolphins are the third best team in the division this year?
What?
Anybody want to bet $100 that the Dolphins are the third best team in the division this year behind the Jets?
They can still make the playoffs. They can still make the
playoffs. Best team too. They can be
the third best. They can make the playoffs.
This is what Early fails to mention about his Commanders
take. Aaron Rodgers play a full season, I'm willing to bet they're the third best team in the division.
Hold on. This is what Early fails to mention about his Commanders take. The Commanders, since Kirk Cousins has left, they've not had a quarterback as good as Kirk Cousins since he's left.
Yeah, with Dan Quinn as head coach, I'm sure that they have such an easy path. They have such an easy path to the playoffs, dude. They have Dan Quinn, who had Micah Parsons in a ridiculous defense last year and had them do what in big moments? Fucking absolutely collapse. If they're going to be good, they need to build more than they have right now.
Yeah,
unless their OC and their DC go crazy. Jaden Daniels, I like Jaden Daniels, but to say that I'm completely confident in him having a good season.
If Aaron Rodgers plays at full potential this year and he stays healthy, I can guarantee you they'll be the 10 in the top 10.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, but we all agree to that.
That's fine. That's fine. No, here's the thing. That's fine. But the Dolphins are still a competitive team. Like no team's gonna run away for the division. The games are literally gonna either be about 1 or 2 games. Like the division title, in my opinion, I still got the Bills winning the division. I think it'll be decided by the end of the season. I think this is one of the divisions where we can have these 3 teams make the playoffs.
Dolphins don't win over 9 games this year. I'm stamping it.
What?
Okay,
yeah,
but okay, wait. But so Jalen Waddle's only going to continue to get better. There's guys on this team that are only continue to get better. Tyreek Hill
play the NFC East. They winning over 10. They winning over 9 games this year.
Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Y'all know our game. Y'all know our game. Let's name that schedule. Come on now, let's do it. Let's get the schedule.
Fine, let's go to the schedule.
All right, hold on. I got this. I'll get the schedule.
Tua's not a bad regular season quarterback.
All right, Randall.
I don't get the.
Riddell, can you pull it? I mean, Randall, can you pull it up on the actual big board?
Yeah, give me a second.
So we can
Big
see
board.
it. Let's see it.
Have
We ain't
a
got to
little
keep talking.
How about you
Gotta keep
respect
talking.
it? How about that, man? How about that?
Not respecting.
It's weird how much. It's weird how much you hate on Tua, but give Brock Purdy all that grace.
Because Brock Purdy did the Tom Brady route, baby.
Brock Purdy's been to the dance, bro.
No. Hold on. This is my problem. This is my problem. Sure, he's been to the dance. Sure, he's been to the dance. He's been in a weaker conference with better weapons.
Became a Super Bowl competing quarterback.
No.
He plays in a weaker conference.
Hefe. Yes, he does. The NFC conference is weaker than the AFC. It literally is.
Facts.
It literally is.
When you have
and he's
you're right.
And he's played in a weaker conference.
I mean, the Rams have been pretty nice, bro. But like the Seahawks and
this is
Hefe. You literally not division,
but division, but ain't division though because that division has had literally
the conference
Super Bowl contenders. Super Bowl contenders and winners in the last 10 years. That NFC West has been in the Super Bowl damn near that slim. In the last 10 years, between the between Seahawks and the Rams, them boys been in the dance. All them teams been in the dance at least 2 times in the last 12 years.
That means
What does that mean?
Early.
And the last 2 years.
Early. That doesn't defeat the that doesn't defeat my point that the NFC has been weaker than the AFC. It's been proven.
The current
Constantly.
NFC is weaker.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
current NFC
who's in that division? Who's in that division been to the Super Bowl, Randy? Or been to the dance?
Hefe, watch this. Watch this, Dad. Give me a second, Dad. Watch this, though. You say it again, Random. What's going on with the
NFC conference has been weaker than the AFC conference.
But we can afford to
Brock Purdy has been the 49ers quarterback.
We can afford to give Tua 50 plus a year with
who can they early? Yeah. Then who can they go get? Who can they go get that will replicate what Tua has done?
Watch this. Hey, watch this. Hey, Dad, what you doing right now? You busy? So you can play with the Dolphins and throw a couple screen routes.
Now we're just trolling. Now we're just trolling.
All right.
No. Brock Purdy is the quarterback that just be throwing screen routes.
Tyreek Hill dig, yo.
I'm not too. I like the troll too.
I like how y'all say that, but even when they were blowing teams out, one of them guys y'all talking about, one of them guys was top 3 to 5 in MVP votes, and the other guy with the similar stats, but not better.
He played in a weaker conference with better weapons early.
McCaffrey wasn't an MVP favorite.
All right, guys.
Literal running back, one offensive player of the year.
He was in a weaker division.
Played in a weaker division though.
He was in a weaker division.
Who had to go up against Zach Wilson?
No, it has to matter. That's crazy. It has to matter. What can matter more than the other? That's crazy.
No. Here's the
early. Dev, be quiet for a second. Hefe and early. Once again, how is the NFC conference? Because they're not in the playoffs. Early, please.
Division.
In the playoffs, they're not playing their division. They're playing the conference. That's what they're doing in the playoffs. They're playing the conference, and you literally cannot compare the two. You cannot.
Do we think?
Watch this though. Two teams from that one division has been to the Super Bowl multiple times. Name one team.
What does
that mean?
They're far more competitive.
They are literally not.
What is
they're not.
It's season 20. It's 2025, 2024.
It's 2024.
Wait, guys, please.
The Seahawks were last in the Super Bowl in 2014. That's the last time they were in the Super Bowl.
Fuck the Seahawks. The Rams been twice.
Dude, y'all.
And they lost. And they lost one. They lost one and they won
one. Won the other.
Okay, and the 49ers have been there twice and lost both of them.
Wait.
Exactly. What Super Bowl has anybody in that division been to?
That's irrelevant.
Wait.
It's actually very relevant. They're competing at the highest level.
We're talking about the current.
Hold on. Listen, guys. Listen.
Are we serious right now?
Let me say this one thing.
What they did in the past.
Let Dev get off.
Here's why it's irrelevant. because neither of these quarterbacks was on the roster when those teams made the Super Bowl. Neither of those quarterbacks was in the league when those that doesn't make any sense. It just brings up stuff in the past. It doesn't make any sense. And let's compare the divisions. Both divisions had teams at the bottom of the league, the Cardinals and the Patriots. Both teams had both teams had two teams that made the playoffs. The Bills made the playoffs and the Dolphins made the playoffs. The 49ers made the playoffs and the Rams made the playoffs. The divisions are practically equal. The Seahawks missed the playoffs, and who missed the playoffs in the Dolphins decision? The Jets missed the playoffs. And the Jets missed the playoffs. And now you can make an argument that two of the divisions just got even harder. So it's completely irrelevant bringing up these past situations.
So watch this though, Dev. Hey,
wait.
Matthew Stafford winning the Super Bowl with the Rams.
Wait. You're
watch this though.
You're chatting, bro. You're chatting early. You're gonna say the same shit. Wait, let me just say this. You guys are acting like the parity in the NFC West is so different compared to the parity of the AFC East when Tua has been good. The parity in the AFC East has been pretty decent. So I don't understand.
The AFC ain't as loaded as y'all making it seem though, Michael.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Wait. But you're talking about the best team, a quarterback with the best team in the league. They're the best team in the league in the NFC.
You have
how does the parity not? How is the parity not?
You got literally the Chiefs, the Ravens, the
Jets.
Let's get to the schedule.
No. We talking about last year alone.
No, why are we talking about? Hold on. Why are we talking about last year?
The Chiefs, the Ravens, the Texans, the Bills, just off rip. The Browns, who literally made the playoffs with 4 quarterbacks.
Bro, we're chatting.
What are we talking about?
And now we're talking about the Cowboys going last year.
The Cowboys are.
You don't believe in the Cowboys.
You're literally throwing up the Cowboys.
I don't believe in the Browns. Are we doing that? I don't believe in the Browns.
Are we seriously throwing up the Cowboys right now?
Or the Bills either. So what are we talking about?
The Bills are better than the Cowboys.
The Bills, you're lying.
The Bills are better.
I am lying. But listen, I'll make my point.
Here's my thing right now. This is so nasty, bro.
This is so nasty.
Because we sitting here, we defending Tua. And I don't like it.
You're legitimately.
I gotta
blazing the fuck out of Brock Purdy right now. You're blazing the hell out of him.
I'm not even trying to defend Tua.
You are. That's the issue with this take.
You're not being honest.
Well, I want to know what their hardest game is this year. I want to know what y'all got to say is their hardest game this year.
What? Yeah, let's do the schedule, please.
Yeah. Come on, let's get.
But I just want to know what y'all think is their hardest game this year.
All right. Jacksonville, that's an easy win. I'm sorry, easy win.
That's not an easy win.
Not an easy win, but they're winning that game.
I mean, I don't think easy win.
I'm telling you, they're winning that game.
Is it home or away?
It's at home.
No, it's away.
Easy win.
It's at home.
Oh no, it's at home.
They lose.
I'll give them the first game, but
they lose to the
easy
Bills.
is crazy.
I think they lose to the Bills too. I think they.
They split with the Bills. They're gonna beat Seattle.
No, they won't. They're gonna lose twice.
They will. They will beat Seattle. They will beat Seattle. They might beat the piss out of Seattle.
They're gonna beat Seattle.
They're beating Seattle.
That's not a question. They're
at their crib.
One game at a time. All right.
So look, they're gonna beat Jacksonville. They're gonna. By the way, the Dolphins always split with the Bills. Yeah. Always do. They split with them last year.
I bet they won't split. I bet they
won't split this. And they will split with them this year.
They are splitting this year. They're splitting
this year.
So they're going to beat Seattle. They're going to beat Tennessee. They're going to split with New England because they always split with New England.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Well, let's do this. So, we're not going to do it. Whoa. We're not doing it. We're not doing it because random say it go. We're doing a vote. Who got them beating the Jacksonville first week? Who you got? Who you got? You got them. You got the Bills. Random. I got the Bills. I got the Dolphins. Who you got? Hefe.
First week.
Be quick, man. Come on, knock this out.
I'm gonna go with Miami.
All right, Randall. You got Miami.
Yeah, they're splitting.
All right, that's majority vote. Let's move next. We'll start out with Mike. Mike versus the Buffalo Bills. Who you got?
Taking Buffalo.
Who you got? Mo.
Come
on, be quick.
I got Buffalo.
Cool. Who you got, Dev?
Bills.
I thought we just did the Buffalo. What?
Bills.
No, we gonna go through it one by one.
We're doing majority vote of everything.
Oh, well, yeah. I got Miami.
Who you got, Hefe?
Miami.
I got the Bills. That's majority vote. Let's move on.
So you're
Versus
not
Seattle.
hold on. How is that? Hold on. 1, 2.
I
How is
said-
that majority vote?
7. It's 7. It's
I
7
definitely
people
was
up here.
majority vote.
4 already got the Bills.
Yeah.
We good.
Wait, what 4 people picked the Bills to
Oh my
win?
God, I don't
I
know.
said
Yeah.
Bills.
You want to use the pass when it's convenient, but do you want to use it
Hold on,
now?
hold on,
when the
hold
last
on,
3
Randall,
years,
Randall.
all they've done is split with the
Baby,
Bills.
we going to the joke, Riddell. We talking about
Yeah, I
Seattle.
wasn't.
Who you got? Who you got, Random? Seattle.
Hold
Who
on,
you
I got confused. Who picked the Bills? Who picked?
I
the
did.
Bills?
I got
Mo did.
splitting. I got him splitting.
So Dev has
We,
the
they don't
Miami.
split. We just talking about this game. We're gonna go one by one.
Yeah, they're
this
winning
game.
this one. They're at home for this one.
Okay. Okay, so let's move on.
All right, cool.
So no. Who picked the Bills? So it was
I
Early?
picked the
going Bills.
Bills.
I picked the Bills. I had picked the Bills.
Dev picked the Bills. Mo picked
Yeah,
the
do you
Bills.
think the Bills are going
Early
to beat
picked the
Miami
Bills.
at home?
Oh,
On
it's that.
Thursday night. On
That's at
Thursday night.
home.
Yes.
I'm
All
going
right.
with the Bills. I'm going with the Bills.
I think the Bills make a statement at the beginning of the year.
Right now,
do.
I don't really care. I don't really care which game it is, which game he split. That's just how I'm splitting.
Dev,
What?
choose one.
I
Choose
find
one.
I'll stick with Miami then. Since it's at home, Miami.
Okay.
My bad.
Dev. Okay, Dev.
So Dev
I'm-
says.
I'm kidding,
so
bro.
Michael says Bills. Early says Bills. Who else says Bills?
Hefe.
I say the Bills.
Yeah,
Mike
Mo said
said
the Bills.
Miami.
Okay.
No,
so-
Michael said-
Happy said Miami. My bad.
oh,
Yeah,
majority's
Miami.
Miami.
No,
Majority's
you got it
Miami.
right, Mo.
Yeah, Miami wins.
All right, cool. Seattle. We all agree Seattle gonna lose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Miami.
All right, Tennessee.
In agreement.
I
Who you
got
got,
Tennessee. I got Tennessee.
I got Tennessee too.
Miami.
I got the Miami.
I got
Miami.
Miami.
Who you got,
Tennessee.
Random?
It's Miami.
Hefe, you got who you got?
Tiebreaker.
Tennessee.
So we who?
So
No,
it's
I think Mike, you got Tennessee too, right?
No, I got Miami.
All right, so that's 3-1. Well, that's 3-0. All right, 4-0 actually. All right, who we got? New England. At New England.
New England.
Yeah, I think Christian Gonzalez back. I think it's gonna be with better quarterback play last year. They probably beat them. I'm going with New England.
I think Miami is going to pull that off simply because Drake May is still trying to prove itself. So I think it's going to be. I think Miami going to pull it off.
Who you got, White Mike?
I am really hesitant to pick this game because I don't know who the coach for New England is as an actual coach. Obviously I know his name, but I'll probably take New England to be honest because I feel like it's going to be a split and I feel like the chances are higher at them.
All right, so that's majority vote New England signed to me.
Oh, hold on. I got Miami because there's no way you really believe someone that's not Bill Belichick is gonna.
So Mo got
keep
Miami,
winning.
you got Miami, Dave, you
Dude,
got Miami.
They have no
I'm saying-
offense and their defense is not going to be great.
All right, cool. So that's all right. So we got Miami going 5-0 the first season. First
They
five
literally
games.
swept the Patriots last year with
That's
Bill
cool.
Belichick.
That's cool. With bad quarterback
That's
play.
crazy.
All right, Indianapolis. I'm going with Indianapolis. What we doing?
Definitely Indianapolis.
Random.
Definitely.
Let's go in order. Let's go in order. Random. Who you got?
I'm going with Miami.
Who you got,
my
Hefe?
God.
Indianapolis.
Riddell. Who you got? That's two. That's 1. That's 2-1.
This one is interesting, but I'm still have to see more from Anthony Richardson for me to think that he can keep up with the Miami offense. And the Indianapolis Colts defensive backs are trash.
So who
They'll
you got? Who you
destroyed.
got, Riddell?
So
And
it's
Miami coming off a bye.
2-2. Dave, who you got?
I think it's a trap game. I'm going not Dolphins, the Colts.
3-2. Who you got, Mike?
Game for who?
I'm going to Indianapolis
All right,
and
All right, cool.
Yeah.
4-2. Majority vote. So that's 5-1. Okay, cool. Arizona. Who you got? Mo. Start with you.
I can't wait to hear some people cap about this one.
trap
Mo,
game
who you got?
after the bye is crazy, bro.
Trap
Mo.
game after a bye is crazy. Who's the trap game for?
Mo, who you got? Arizona. Who
You
got?
talking about for the Cardinals?
Yeah, who you got? No, now. Now we asking you now. Who you got for the Cardinals?
I think that's going to be Miami, bro.
All right, cool. Michael, who you got? White Mike.
I will go Arizona. Or no, not Arizona. I mean, I'll go New England. Or
No,
Miami.
Miami.
I'll
All
go
right, who you got,
That
Dad?
said
My
3
bad.
teams.
Miami.
That nigga Mike.
My
High.
bad.
Who you got, Mike? Who you got, Riddell?
It's Miami.
Majority vote. All right, cool. So 6-1. Buffalo. Who you got? This the one they win?
No, that's the one they lose.
All right, 6-2.
They-
Let's keep it moving. All right, lost the Rams. Who you got, Random?
This is a toss up, but since they're in LA, I'll pick the Rams.
I'm going Rams too. Who you got, Hefe?
Rams.
Who you got, Riddell?
Give me the Rams.
Cool. Majority vote. Let's move along. Vegas. I don't think I know what Vegas gonna be this year, so I'm going with Vegas. Who you got, Mo? Starting off.
I got Vegas.
Who you got, Michael?
Are we capping?
Hey,
Are we
Brandon, we'll get to your turn. Come on, don't cut people off.
I'm taking Miami in this game.
Who you got, Def?
Miami.
Who you got, Riddell?
Miami, bro.
Who you got, Hefe?
I actually got Las Vegas.
I'm going with Las Vegas. Who you got? You got Miami, Brandon?
They get their asses spanked.
Cool. New England
in Miami. They're coming to Miami too.
New England second time. What we talking about?
New England historically loses even with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. They historically lose in Miami.
I think
so
they split at least one game. Who you got, Hefe?
I don't know.
Quick.
I don't know.
Just pick it.
I'm gonna go New England. I'm going New England.
Who you got, Riddell?
Holding me, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Who you got, Riddell?
Miami beating them 2 times.
Who you got? Who you got, Dan?
Crazy.
Hey, the Patriots are a bad team. I'm going with Miami.
Who you got, Michael?
Miami.
All right, cool. Majority vote. Green Bay. Who you got, Mo?
Green Bay.
At Green Bay.
On
Who
Thursday
you
night.
got,
Green Bay.
Definitely.
Who you got, Dan?
Green Bay winning that game.
All right, cool. Let's move on then. All right, so we got New York. That Jets.
Yep.
All right, Jets. If Aaron Rodgers they beat them twice. That's what I'm going with. Who you got, Random?
Miami wins at home.
Who you got, Hefe?
The fucking Jets.
Who you got, Riddell?
The Jets are no question, but the Patriots could beat Miami. Okay, y'all got it. The Miami's winning at home.
Who you got,
Miami's
Riddell?
winning at home.
I got the Jets.
Who you got, Mike?
I'm about to say Miami, bro.
Who you got, Mo? The tiebreaker.
I think it's gonna be a Jets.
Y'all are trolling me, bro.
Yeah, y'all are
cool.
straight
Jets
with this.
Cool, Jets, cool.
If Aaron Rodgers is healthy, if he's healthy.
All right, cool.
He wasn't.
Mo.
He was mid. The last season he was healthy.
It's cool. It's cool.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't.
Yes, it clearly does.
There.
But he didn't have Garrett fucking Wilson the last time he was there,
No, Jared Goff went in the Lambeau Field and beat him. Jared Goff did with the Lions. His last healthy season to keep him out the playoffs.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
We're on it. We're on the next team, bro. Houston. Who you got, Mo?
Talking about it does not matter.
Who you got, Mo? Houston.
Houston, Mo.
Houston. 100% Houston. My bad.
Deb, who you got? Who you got, Mike?
Where is it?
Houston.
Who you got, Deb?
I got Miami.
At home against Houston? Cool, Deb. Who you got, Riddell?
I think Miami can. I think Miami can win all these games. They can win or lose all these games.
I think
this one, so can every team, Deb. Come on now.
This one is gonna be. This one's a tough. This is kind of a toss up for me.
It's gonna be a shootout.
Just pick one.
Give me Miami. Give me Miami.
Who you got? Who you got, Hefe?
Against Houston, I got fucking Houston, bro.
I do too. Majority vote. Let's move along.
How was the majority vote?
Cause you got Mike going with him. You got Mo going with him. You got me and Hefe. That's 4 out of 3. Who you got against Random? Who you got against San Fran?
San Fran winning that game.
Hey, me too.
Who you got? Nasty and pick Miami.
Who you got, Hefe?
San Fran, easy.
Who you got, Riddell?
Give me San Francisco.
All right, cool. Majority vote. Cleveland, Mo. Who you got in Cleveland?
Fuck. I think it's cool. I think actually Cleveland can pull that off.
Mike, who you got?
Is it San Fran or Cleveland now?
That's the Browns.
Mind you, Mike, is Cleveland in December.
No, I was gonna take Cleveland. I think they lose 3 straight here.
Dad, what you got going on?
I got the Browns. That defense is insane.
Riddell, what you got going on?
Yeah, at Cleveland, I'll go Miami.
Oh boy, Hefe, who you got?
I mean, I'll go Cleveland. My bad.
Oh, Cleveland. All right, cool. Majority vote. Next, last game of the season, New York Jets. I'm going with the Jets. Who you got, Randall?
Did I say Miami's winning? Then I'm picking Miami here.
Who you got, Hefe?
The Jets.
Who you got, Riddell?
I think they're splitting, so give me Miami.
Who you got, Dev?
Miami.
Who you got, Mike?
Fuck. I'm gonna go Miami as of now.
All right, cool. So that's majority vote. So they got Miami winning. So y'all only got Miami losing 1, 2, 3.
I've been winning 10 games.
4, 5.
I've been winning 10 games, so losing 7.
10-7.
Yeah.
That's a good season.
Depending on if they come into New York City. So we're talking about them being like 9-8.
So I'm saying they
or
won't
9
win
and
more
7
than 9
coming, or 8
games.
and
Hear what
7
I'm
coming.
saying? I'm saying they won't win more than 9 games. They can lose one of these games. They can lose one of them games to New England. They can lose one of them games.
They could also win one of them games. What are we talking about here?
This is why looking at the schedule is important, though, because they're going to need to have a solid front half of the season because their schedule gets very murky at the end.
They better murder. They better do exactly what
They better hope Tua survive this season.
They better do exactly what y'all think
The
they're
Jets
going to do.
better hope Aaron Rodgers survives.
They better go 5-1 and 6-1 and way
Aaron Rodgers don't play for the Dolphins, nigga.
If they go 4-2, 3-3 the first 6 games of the season, I promise you it's going to be an 8-7 game season win. With 8 game
season. This is the same guy that says the Raiders are going to win the AFC West. I'm not trusting you on this.
Right?
Come on, bro. With
So
the
what happens when the Raiders go 11-6, 12-5? What we talking about?
How?
Early, I feel like that's just such a major.
They're going to split with the Broncos. They're one of the worst teams in the league.
Early, yeah, that's just such a major.
They had a bad coach. They had a bad coach last year. That's one. Before my boy came along, they had a bad coach last year.
They don't have a quarterback. They left. They lost one of the best players on the team in Josh Jacobs. What are we talking about?
Stop it.
But
Josh
they picked up Chris Wilkerson.
Josh Jacobs been watched for the last 2 years. Let's be honest with ourselves. And that defense
that's not true, bro. That's not true. He's not
really not true.
That's a horrible point. Wait. Let me say something right now. I think to be super all in on the Raiders, it's an offensive league, and they don't have a quarterback, and they don't have a developed offense to really be anything. Wait. Hold on. We've seen teams. Wait. Hold on.
In the same division that Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert are in.
Wait. We've seen the Jets with a great defense, with one of the best defenses of the generation, literally not be able to win without an offense. And like Zach Williams and whoever they have starting, I mean, Gardner Minshew's going to give you some shit games now. Let's not act like Gardner Minshew's throwing 4,027 and 10. All right, like it's going to be a tough road for them, even if their defense is absolutely stifling, which I don't even know if it's going to be the same as last year. You're talking about a lot of variables that have to go right.
I'm right. Like I said, I'm not going to argue about it. I'm right.
Potential.
You ain't got to believe in them. Same way y'all told me last year that the Eagles was a good team. And I said time and time again, they wasn't.
The Eagles and Raiders are not on the same level at all.
I hear you. It sounds good. I get it. It sounds crazy.
Show me
come
how.
True.
So you're telling
me.
I
also rolled Brock Purdy last year and said he was going to the Super Bowl, and they did. So you can say what you want to say. I also said
one of the best teams in the league.
When everybody was down on Jordan Love, I believed in him, and look what he did. So yeah, we can do this all day long.
You said this.
Those teams cleared the Raiders. All those teams cleared the Raiders. But speaking of the Raiders, let's move on to our next topic.
Right here,
yeah, let's move on.
Speaking of the Raiders, let's move on to our next topic. We got some early bulletin board material as the Raiders brought out a Mahomes Kermit to their training camp, and they try to make fun of the quarterback. Let me give you a few stats to just let you know how Mahomes performed against the Raiders. Okay, the Raiders have beaten Mahomes twice. One time they had to score 40. The other time was their best rendition of Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady. Both times they talk mess. Both times Patrick Mahomes averages at least 35 points a game in their wins. So this is what happened. Pat Mahomes beat them 4 times to start Mahomes' career. Then the Raiders scored 40 with Derek Carr. Then he beat them 5 more times. Then he lost again. Then he beat them 5 more times. Then he lost again. Patrick Mahomes beat the Raiders the same way Tom Brady beats the Bills. He scores an average of 35 points on them. For you to think early that the Raiders are going to win the AFC West over the back-to-back champions, you must have put some sneaky money down because you're trying to get a big payout. Boy, you better burn that money right now. You better burn that money right now because it's not happening. The only way it's happening, Mahomes has to get hurt and Herbert has to get hurt.
I'm gonna clip you. I'm gonna clip you up.
Andy Reid clears.
I'm gonna clip you up so
No.
good.
Andy
You
Reid
better
clears.
pray to God.
You
pray to
go ahead.
God.
Go ahead.
You better pray to God.
Go ahead. Because right now, looking at what the Raiders have right now.
Raiders don't figure it out.
No. Look at what the Raiders have right now compared to the
actually have a
early. Stop talking, please. Early, stop talking, please. Compared to the two teams that are in front of them, the Raiders don't have a better coach. They don't have a better quarterback, and hell, they definitely don't have a better defense than the Chiefs. And it's a toss up.
Do we talking about the Chargers, right?
Yes.
Can we be honest with ourselves? We thinking this 1 year of him getting there with everything they got to fix on that fucking team.
John Harbaugh is a better coach than Antonio Pierce. What are we doing?
I hear you.
He's a better NFL coach than Antonio Pierce.
He has more experience. That's all it is.
He's a better coach. He's been to the Super Bowl. He's been to Super Bowl. You use that. No. Hold up.
Hey, Riddell, a Giants fan.
He used Brock Purdy going to Super Bowl as his thing, but when Jim Harbaugh does it, it doesn't matter anymore. He just has more experience.
I'm not gonna disrespect Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, exactly. There's a time where
hold up.
You cannot disrespect, but keep it real.
First came to the Rams when we were saying guys were better than him because it was his first or second year there. So all that is irrelevant.
Sean McVay is the literal anomaly. Sean McVay is the anomaly.
He is the anomaly.
Antonio Pierce is not Sean McVay early.
I watched Antonio Pierce lead them to not only did I watch Antonio Pierce lead a dominant defense in the playoffs, literally was the leader of that defense, and the Giants in 2007 when they beat the greatest team.
We're talking about something that happened 13 years ago when he was a player.
Can I get my point off?
What have you seen of him as a coach to say that they're going to win the division?
Not only that, I also watched him last year. Once he took the reins over, that team changed dramatically. Now, my only concern right now, honestly, is saying that we don't believe in O'Connell. So I'm praying that Garner Minshew get it together, O'Connell get it together. They got the piece of shit. They got a great offense. You got Jacoby Myers, you got Devontae Adams, you have Brock Bowers, and you have Mayer. You also have great defense, great D line. The DBs little questionable. Yeah, that Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby. That's
D line. I'll give you
D line in this league. To be honest,
that D line's been elite. Since Mahomes has been there and he's been torching that defense.
What are we talking about? Did they have no damn Christian Wilkinson and Max Crosby?
Hold on.
So tell me how. Hold on. I want to hear this out of early mouth because I have to go. How do the Raiders win that division if Mahomes stays healthy? How do the Raiders win that division?
I think Travis Kelce is a step slower. I also think that we're dependent on, and I know I've talked about I want him to be great, but we're also dependent on Xavier Worthy having a crazy season. I actually hope he does because I know I root for Xavier Worthy. But at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is not too far away from the receiving core that he had last year. So we're dependent on Patrick Mahomes.
He literally won the Super Bowl with that receiving core last year.
Now understand that. I'm not saying he didn't. All I'm saying is that he can get to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl, even if they're not winning the division. They can go 11-6, and the Raiders can go 12-5, or they can go 10-7.
How are the Raiders going 12-5? How are they going 12-5? By the way, Early is saying that Antonio Pierce is this elite coach. He's 5-4 as a head coach.
I didn't say he's 5-4. It was elite. I did not say it was elite. What I said to you was, you're trying to give a guy who had his first year coaching.
You literally try to compare him to Sean McVay. That's what you try to do.
I said that when Sean McVay got there, I'm pretty sure with his first year going in, you would say that was better than him because he only had 1 year of experience. What I'm saying is that that's cool to say now. We look 3 to 5 years, I bet you Antonio Pierce will be up there when it comes to coaches.
Okay, wait. Random. Let me say something. What? Because no, that's just
Sean McVay went 11-5 in his first season as a head coach.
Hold on. Random.
What are we doing?
Wait, random. Hold on. All I'm going to say is you're saying that we're undermining the head coach, right? But you're also undermining Justin Herbert, who's played in this league for what now? 4 years?
4 or 5 years.
4 years will be his 5th season. So we're not going to act like that. Hold on. We're not going to act like that there's more evidence that Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh can get it done with the teams that they have right now than Antonio Pierce and whatever bum they're putting out at quarterback right now. Like, this logic makes no sense. It makes no sense.
The Chiefs have to have a generational downfall for the Raiders to win that division. That's what has to happen.
Justin Herbert is still a top 5, top 6 quarterback. There's no question about that.
But that
So
team
what-
is
what
back.
are we
John, tell me
talking
how the Raiders. Tell me how the Raiders win the
Mario.
division. Then, John, since you're calling me less intelligent, tell me how the Raiders win the division.
That's still a bad team, my boy.
Tell me how the Raiders win the division.
The Chargers, they all they really have to worry about is the Chiefs, y'all. Let's be honest. No one thinks the
Tell
Chargers.
me early how the Raiders win the division. Tell me how they win the
But
division.
why are we?
Defense.
But both teams, but Raiders are a bad team too, and plus, like we all know that they're in a running to get Shador Sanders. Like they have an opportunity to get a quarterback this year. I don't expect them to be. But I don't expect the Raiders to be good because I don't think they want to win games this year. It doesn't really make ethical sense at all when you can get a Shador Sanders or a guy next year. I think they're a year or two away. I'm not discounting how good.
Raiders got pieces on that board to get rid of. Honestly,
think
they can get rid of Devontae Adams and some picks in the next year or so and get Shador Sanders. Trust me.
All right,
The
bro. All
Raiders
right,
literally
all right, all right.
By the way, Michael, the Raiders played the AFC East. They played the NFC. They played the AFC North. All those teams will beat them. Every single one of those teams will beat the Raiders.
We'll see.
I mean,
Once
look,
again,
these
early,
teams-
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you the same question again. How do the Raiders win that division?
I think they're going to be one of the best defenses in the league. So
How?
I mean, where was
Besides
they
their D line, what else is elite?
I think they got a
defense-
good. Listen, I think they got a good D line. I think they got a good linebacker core. Here's my thing. I think that again. I'm gonna say it again. I think with Antonio Pierce behind them, I think that defense is gonna be elite, man.
Wait. So does history not matter at all? The fact that the Raiders haven't had an elite defense in freaking I don't even know how long since this year. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna assume that every single player trends upwards and they don't have a player arrested. Like one of the Raiders been able to receive trust from people, even their fans.
John, how do
They're so unreliable.
John, tell me how the Raiders win the division then. Tell me how the Raiders win the division. Tell me. Because nobody's answering my goddamn question. This guy early saying that their defense is going to be elite. With what evidence? With what evidence they're going to be elite?
There's no evidence.
There's no evidence at all.
You literally, dude, you have Devontae Adams, who is still a great receiver on the back end of his prime with nobody else.
First of all, with
nobody else.
When Antonio Pierce took over, the back end of that season, when Antonio Pierce took over, they were a top 6 or 7 defense, dog. Like they were 13 all season.
That's
And
like a 9-game stretch. That's like a 7-8 game stretch.
I watched because I watched Justin Herbert have a great 9 games, and then we depicted on who he was after that. I mean, that's Justin Herbert, but Trevor Lawrence have a great 9-game stretch, and we depended on who he was because of 9 games, right? So if my guy comes along in the 9 games, he shows you a top 5 to 6 defense.
Hold
I'm
on,
believe it.
But is it? Are we gonna act like that the entire Raiders defense as a whole was playing elite, or was it just Max Crosby playing out of his fucking mind for literally the whole rest of the season?
You said early,
and then you add Christian. Yeah, hey Mike, that sounds nice. And then you add Christian Wilkins next to him. So
early, you said the last 7 games they were elite defense.
And when he took over the reins, they were a top 5 to 7 defense.
When did he take over the reins?
He took over the reins. The last 9 games.
Giants, I think.
The last 9, the Giants. So he plays.
Brady.
So hold on. So these are the offenses that he played. Daniel Jones and the Giants, Zach Wilson and the Jets. He loses to Tua. He loses to Tua. He loses to the Chiefs.
What was that?
Then he plays.
What was that score?
What? To Tua?
Yeah.
13 to 20. 13 to 20. Then he loses to the Chiefs 31-17. Then he plays Minnesota, who was legitimately injured to all hell and had the worst quarterback situation in the league. Guess what that one? It was did they lose? Did they lose that game? Hold up, let me check. They lost 3-0. Then they played the Chargers. Do we need to tell you about how injured the Chargers were last year?
So let's do the two teams they played against.
That sounds legit to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
When we talk about
every team that they're playing, except for the one team, the one great win that they had against the Chiefs.
But let's not also forget that the Raiders still had a defense ranked at number 9 last year.
Look at the teams that they played, Mo. Like, look at the teams that they played.
NFL teams, bro. We're not going to discredit them for who they lined up against.
Exactly.
No.
And when the last time
add the context, Hefe, we're talking about Zach Wilson and Daniel Jones. That's what we're talking about.
I'm not saying they was beating Brady in his prime. I'm just saying they still play NFL teams, bro.
Yes, but add the context. This is not like they were playing Josh Allen or freaking Jordan Love. They're playing Zach Wilson, Daniel Jones, whoever the Vikings quarterback was, whoever the Chargers quarterback was. Okay, then they play the Broncos again. They play the Broncos again. Do we need to talk about how bad the Broncos situation was at the end of the season?
No, we don't need to talk about that shit.
It's funny though. This is the same
defense being in
But
top 10.
we're saying that they're the top defense when they play horrible quarterbacks and horrible offenses.
This is the same
Guys, one mic.
Hard to overlook.
But Mo, this is the same Chargers team that random thing's going to be great now because they added a coach. This is the same team you think is going to be great because they added a coach.
I'm not saying you are legitimately saying. Hold up. Do not
you
say
just
me
said
saying
the Chargers going to be better.
No, early. You are not saying that I think the Chargers are going to be better than last year. You literally said the Raiders are going to be 12-5 and win the division. With what evidence they're going to do that? With what evidence? John and Early, explain to me how the Raiders are going to win the division. Explain to me.
I think they're going to have a top 5 defense this year.
Ow! Where is your evidence that they're going to be top 5 based on the teams that they played?
They were top. They were number 9 last year, man.
They were number 9, and the back half of their schedule is playing backup quarterbacks and Zach Wilson. That's their last 9 games. Backup quarterbacks and Zach Wilson.
Beating the teams you're supposed to beat, or being good defense against the team you're supposed to be good.
They lost to the Colts.
That's a good thing.
Lost to the Colts.
All right. Next topic.
Can we move on?
All right, fine. Because we got a lot of training camp news, and we'll talk about each AFC's red flag. First things first. Let's start with the Bengals. Jamar Chase is out. He's at camp, but he's sitting out until he gets a new contract. Joe Burrow has been cleared for contact. Russell Wilson is dealing with a day-to-day calf sprain, so Justin Fields has been getting first-team reps. And we've seen a few things.
We're gonna do that last because I'm gonna cook on that. So let's get to this.
Then the Texans defense has been showcasing its muscle a lot. That's actually the training camp has been pretty chippy, but the Texans defense has been the story coming out of their training camp, especially regarding the weapons that they have on that offense.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick.
Good defense. I'm gonna be honest, they had a good defense last year. That's not gonna talk about. Let's move on from that.
Hassan Reddick is continuing the weirdest holdout we've seen in a while because now he's looking for a new deal, but the Jets want him to come in and play for a year before they give him a new deal. But Hassan Reddick is not even in the state of New York. We don't even know if he's in the country. Last time we saw him, he was a samurai in Japan. That's the last
Jets
time we saw him.
are doing exactly what they should do, my boy. You was on a great D-line last year, and you got a lot of coverage sacks, my boy. Let's see what you look like when you're on a D-line, and we need you to be the guy. Let's see what you look like with us.
Are we going to act like that Philly's secondary was so great to the point where he was getting a ton of coverage?
Watch this. Watch this, though, random. I mean, Michael, we're not talking about last year. They are going off of – we're not talking about last year. They're going – Hassan Reddick. I'm talking about the year he had like 17 sacks, Mike. They're going off of his great year. He didn't do shit last year. That's why they're saying that is the exact reason why they're saying, Mike, we see what you look like when everything wasn't going your way. Show us, prove it to us you can do it again. Because the year that you did go crazy was the year they went to the Super Bowl. It was the year they had that was the year Darius Slayton was getting busy that year. Last year, when you did have everything going your way, you was some shit. So prove it to us. You ain't a one-hit wonder.
Wait, you're just promoting another D lineman to get a shitty, unguaranteed contract and get screwed over if he sucks again. Why would Hassan Reddick do that? I'm not saying that you pay him. You probably shouldn't have. You probably should have.
They don't even need
someone else if you're at this point.
The Jets don't need him.
That's just what's gonna happen.
Quentin Williams, bro, he would be nice beside Quentin Williams, bro.
They do need
that would be a nasty ass combo, bro.
You're acting like Hassan Reddick did nothing last year. Was that really true?
No, that's not true. He didn't.
I don't understand that either. Wait, I'm looking it up.
He had
9. He had 30. He had what do you have? 47 total tackles, 11 sacks, and I'm gonna look for the tackle for loss, but that's
Mike,
good.
Don't let them stats fool you, Mike. We watched those games last year.
And sacks, yeah, but there was other parts of their defense that were not playing well though. Exactly. 13 tackle for loss,
but
obviously they still had the D line and. I mean, their linebacker was okay.
But before you give Hassan Reddick big money, the Jets are saying, we got a lot of people on this team. Hold up. We have a lot of people on this team that need to get paid, my boy. Before we give you a bag, you got to prove it to us. That's all they're saying.
But what does it
This
even
is one of the
matter when
worst
Aaron
trades.
Rodgers is retiring? You're literally everything boils down on this
You're
year.
going to have to pay. You're going to
Not
have
the
to
next.
pay Wilson at some point. You're going to have to pay Quentin Williams at some point. You're going to like that
thought they already
defense.
paid
Dog,
Okay, but they're
They pay
fucked
Quentin Williams
after
when?
that. Early, they're
Oh, no.
screwed over after that, bro. After the season, if they don't compete for a championship, number one, if they don't win it, they're fucked because Aaron's probably gone. And
Yeah,
then what are you
they
gonna do?
already
You
paid
have
him.
you have
Did
to
they pay-
guess
they
out
paid
of a hat
Sauce
what
Paid
Gardner?
him
quarterback
4
you're
years,
picking.
$96 million.
Did they pay Sauce Garner yet?
I don't think so.
Mm.
He's still on his rookie contract for at least a couple more years.
Bro,
They
I
don't
think
have
the
Yeah.
Jets. I think
He gonna get 30 a year.
unless one of those
no,
players
no,
just
no. Oh, okay. That's just a prediction. That's just a prediction. But
Yeah,
Unless-
he's gonna get top cornerback money.
he's gonna
There's
get
no
top
question.
quarterback.
why would
He's
he not get top quarterback money? He definitely deserves it. But I think that they could definitely keep their core, but they're just gonna have to choose the right quarterback in the draft, which is gonna be tough because they're probably gonna draft from a higher slot if we're expecting them to get into the playoffs, which a lot of people here are. So that's something
They
that
got
you have to
Jordan
look at.
Howard, So
Who was it?
All
So
right.
I mean,
First team
dude,
you heard about in training camp, random. Who was the first team?
I talked about the Bengals.
The
But
Bengals.
hold on. I know you want to talk about the Steelers. We'll come back to them.
Yeah.
so
How about
more-
the Bengals? How about the Bengals? First
So
and foremost,
hold on.
I believe
Let me get through the rest of the news, then we'll go back because I know you guys want to spend time on the Bengals and the Steelers. The next up is Alvin Kamara and the Saints appear to be at an impasse in terms of a contract extension. There's still a couple years left on this deal, but he is going to report to camp. But Alvin Kamara has voiced his frustrations. So could this mean that Alvin Kamara is potentially hitting the market at some point, or it could be
100%.
could be somebody a team could trade for? That could be something. The Rams appear to be pretty close with Matthew Stafford on a contract extension. Both sides are really working it out. There's no pressure, but both sides feel pretty confident they're going to get a deal done. The Browns gave Amari Cooper a $5 million raise and guaranteed the rest of his contract. It's about $20 million, but he will be a free agent after the season. And apparently, Kyler Murray has been performing really well with the Cardinals at training camp. He's been getting a lot of rave reviews from his coaches and teammates, which is particularly notable because the last time we heard anything about Kyler Murray and teammates, they were roasting him because he played too much COD. And then the Packers gave Kenny Clark obviously they gave Jordan Love an extension. They also gave their D tackle Kenny Clark an extension. But let's go back to the Bengals. Jamar Chase is sitting out, but Joe Burrow is clear for contact.
Jamar Chase deserves every bit of money that he asked for. A nigga saying to you, I made Browner look good last year. I am tired of you, nigga. I am literally the end all be all on this team because even when my quarterback continue to get hurt, I produce. So Jamar Chase, go get your money. Justin Jefferson got his money, and Jamar Chase is on that tier of a nigga who is saving quarterbacks for his team. So I think Jamar Chase got every right to hold out. Jamar, don't let them don't pay a lick of football until they have to pay you, unless it's hurting your pockets. But do not play a lick of football.
Fucking right, because he definitely deserves it, bro.
Yeah, your future is not promised because you could they continue to put you in bad quarterback situations. Justin Herbert stay hurt. I not just Herbert, Burrow stay hurt. And again, he made Browner look good last year. So no, he deserved. And your boy wants out of there. They got rid of Boyd, and your boy T. Higgins wants out of there. So he gonna be the only guy on that team in the next 2 or 3 years if they pay him. So yeah, I'm with him. Do what you got to do.
Unless they draft, but yeah.
nah, you still pay him.
No. I'm saying unless he won't be the only other option if they draft well. But obviously,
for right now, he'll be a top.
They got Jermaine Burton.
He'll be a top 5 receiver in the league for the next 5 years, in my eyes.
I mean,
disagree with this?
No, I think Jamar Chase is one of those guys.
The only thing that hurts Jamar is how historically cheap.
Jamar is a top 3.
Yeah, Mo. The only thing that's stopping this deal is the Bengals owner. He is historically cheap. He also even complained about Joe Burrow getting a contract.
But you ain't about to have Jamar Chase then because you're too cheap.
So look,
you let Jamar Chase fall into the wrong hands like a Patrick Mahomes, it's going to be.
They're not going to let that happen.
It would never happen.
They're not going to let that happen.
You are not going to talk down a guy that produces those type of numbers, that produces the way that he does, burning the top corners in the league. And you're not going to talk him down to getting a cheap-ass contract when he's running across the middle.
Mo, you're right. Mo, you're right. We're just talking about historically how the owners are. And early, I'm letting you know right now.
Oh, I thought somebody was disagreeing.
No, the Bengals are not going to let a Jamar Chase end up anywhere near the state of Missouri, let alone play for the Chiefs. He's not going to end up there. He's probably
Dude,
going to go to the NFC.
No, he would. No. I think he'll be in Cincinnati.
On the New Orleans, big dog.
Look. Here's my thing on it. I think Jamar Chase, he deserves what he's going to get. The owner's cheap, so he's stalling, taking as much time as he can until the very end of the negotiation to give him what it is. I don't necessarily see him leaving because it's not a sport like baseball where there's no market cap and there's no salary
base
cap.
must be 12.
Like you can,
what do you mean? Are you comparing Tua to Jamar?
What are you talking about?
No. Why are the old heads so pressed about Jamar, but Tua is such a bum?
So
Jamar is the top 3 in his position. Tua is not. What are we talking about?
So to me, I think Jamar, especially when it comes to the aspects of this season, I'm not worried about him at all. I think he's the type of player where, honestly, training camp aside, he's just going to give you production regardless. I don't think he necessarily needs it. I think he'll be fine holding out. I am worried about Joe Burrow, though, because, again, the calf strain is very scary to me. It's just very scary. You're talking about a guy who's had multiple leg injuries.
He needs Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow, we don't say it enough, but he does need Jamar Chase.
I mean, that's unfair because every quarterback needs a great receiver. I understand that Joe Burrow has been very lucky with having Jamar Chase for pretty much his whole career, but we've talked about how his rookie season he was good without Jamar Chase, so that also needs to be added into the question. But Riddell, yeah, you go. I was just going to add that point.
No, you're correct. Joe Burrow is good without Jamar Chase, so I don't know. He doesn't need Jamar Chase, but I mean, they complement.
Whoa!
They complement each other so well. So
I think like winning a championship and like going on multiple runs, I think they do need each other. But I think if you're talking about like just playing well in a season, I don't necessarily think Joe Burrow needs Jamar Chase to play well in a season.
Whoa.
Also, can I just say
Who he got then? Who he got?
What?
Jamar,
I mean, like, come on, dog.
Dude, Mo, that's completely biased.
Let's go, Mo. Let's go. If Jamar Chase gets hurt week 1 and don't play the rest of the season, what does Joe Burrow look like without him?
So what was Joe Burrow's stats his rookie season? Why are you laughing? He threw 2. Dude, you guys are so ridiculous.
Who was his
how? Explain how.
I will explain how. I'm bringing up the stats, and you're going to call me stat merchant. Don't care because it's not me being a
Joe
stat
Burrow was
elite.
He was elite.
So
he would have won Rookie of the Year if he didn't get injured over Justin Herbert. Stats.
Every year he's been in the top. Every year he's thrown for 4,000 yards. He had Jamar Chase.
Okay, rookie year.
He got injured his rookie year.
Rookie year on one of the worst teams in the league. They went 7-1. Wait, he played 10 games, right? He had 88 yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 picks with a 90 quarterback rating. So to sit there and act like that he's a bad quarterback without Jamar Chase.
No,
his rookie year,
I didn't say he was bad. I didn't say he was bad.
No, he doesn't need him.
I'm trying to figure out how he doesn't need a wide receiver of that tier. I can't understand how with his success has it come without Jamar Chase? Has it come with Jamar Chase? I mean, which one? You tell me.
I said that there's certain levels that they'll get to if he's there, whether he's not there. I still think that if you have certain pieces around him, he could be a playoff on a playoff contending team. But yes, having Jamar Chase allows them to go on multiple runs to the championship in the next years.
But how easy is it to come by a wide receiver like Jamar Chase?
I'm not dude, I'm literally Mo. You're trying to make a point like I'm disagreeing with you. I am agreeing with you 100% that you re-signed Jamar Chase.
No, I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying that you're saying that Jamar Chase is good or anything of that nature. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to understand is you're saying that Joe Burrow will easily have the same amount of success if he has other weapons around him. And I'm trying to.
I didn't say the same.
And he had T. Higgins.
I didn't say the same. No, I didn't say the same. I said that.
And Tyler Boyd. AJ Green was a bum.
Yeah, I didn't say the same. All I said was that they're going to have levels of success. I said they were going to be different, but I still think that Joe Burrow is going to play competitive football.
Tyler Boyd.
That's what I believe.
All quarterbacks play competitive football.
Wait,
but what I'm trying to say is listen. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. You're saying that they're still both going to be successful. You're saying that they're both still going to be successful, maybe not the same amount of successful, because I can guarantee you Joe Burrow will not have the same amount of success.
I agree.
When it comes to yardage and touchdowns, if he didn't have
100%. I'm with you 100%.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not with that. The thing is, like,
Jamar is a safety blanket though.
No. Let's be very clear. If I'm Joe Burrow in every situation, I want Jamar Chase.
Okay.
But to make it seem like Joe Burrow, only who he is because of Jamar Chase, is not it. He doesn't
mainly.
So yeah, Joe Burrow still wants Jamar Chase for sure, because Jamar Chase is one of the best receivers. Every elite quarterback wants a Jamar Chase.
Joe Burrow would take a pay cut on an extension to keep Jamar Chase.
Yeah, especially since they have such good chemistry and they've been together since LSU. Like,
right.
Joe Burrow wants Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
But Joe Burrow would be elite without Jamar Chase as well.
I don't know about as elite.
The other thing I wanted to add, I think this conversation applies a lot more heavily to this year, because you can make an argument with another calf strain that's going to be very, very instrumental for Jamar Chase to be on the field with Joe Burrow this season because of his lack of mobility. We saw how if he gets injured in his legs and it creates a little bit of a lack of mobility, his play can depreciate a little bit due to the fact that, like, what makes him so great is his pocket presence and pocket awareness to be able to get out quickly, almost kind of like CJ Stroud a little bit. So I think that that's something to worry about, but I don't see the worry being on Chase as much as I see it being on Burrow with him being injured again. I think same thing with CD. CD's holding out. I'm not worried about CD at all this season. I feel like CD's just a guy you plug in and he's going to get you yards. So when it comes to these guys holding out, I wouldn't be worried. I'd just be worried more about.
I wouldn't recommend with T. Higgins there. They lost Tyler Boyd. I can't name another receiver on that Bengals team. I wouldn't recommend Jamar Chase missing no games. I tell you that much. I wouldn't recommend Jamar Chase missing no games.
Dude, T. Higgins though. I mean, obviously he's limited in certain ways, but he's still very good, and like he's still decently young. He could still improve. So I think it's just going to be.
I don't think T. Higgins is a great number one.
I'm not saying that he's a great number one, but also he could improve from last year, and he's still a good number two. So improvement from a good number two trending upwards for me is good enough to be like, all right, if Chase is going to miss like 3 or 4 games, like we'll just rock with you. If Burrow's healthy, he can make that work because he's so accurate and everything like that. And he's just a good quarterback. So like they still have flexibility here with this team. I think the offensive line is going to be big because like Joe Mixon's only getting older and you really want to utilize him to your best of your ability before he gets, a little bit more run down. It's a miracle he's really held on for this long, honestly. Like, respect to Joe Mixon in his career. Very underrated player. But that's also going to matter. Because if you had a consistent, dominant run game with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins,
but
there's
Joe
no telling how good they'll be. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that would be what I'd be looking for.
Honestly. Who's their running back now?
Joe Mixon's gone now?
Yeah.
They have Zach Moss now, and then they have the rookie that they drafted last year named, I think his name is Chase Brown. Which showed flashes. I mean, they have Jermaine Burton. They've got the guy from last year. I forget his name, but he had showed flashes. Like, they still have a receiving core.
They got Burton from Alabama?
Yeah. Jermaine Burton is good. The only problem with Jermaine Burton is, like, he hits women, apparently. So,
oh, Lord Jesus.
Not okay.
Zach Moss is solid, though. Zach Moss, I'm not sure if he's a fully elite back, but, like, he's shown potential to be one if you give him an opportunity in short instances. So I feel like if their other rookie can trend upward too and give a little bit of production, I think that could be a really efficient offense like it has been. And the Bengals have a track record of taking like the tight end position, for example, and going out and signing a guy on free agency and making it work.
Yeah, that's what they did. They got Mike Gesicki, I'm pretty sure. And also, I don't think this Bengals conversation is no big deal. Like, it doesn't matter. Especially the reason why Jamar Chase hasn't got paid yet, I guarantee this is the case, is because they're waiting for CeeDee Lamb's contract. If CeeDee Lamb gets paid more than Jettis, Jamar Chase is getting paid more than CeeDee Lamb.
And they're all talking with each other. Yeah, all these guys are like decently close. Like I would assume that Jamar and CD have definitely had conversations about how they want their contracts to go out. Because, there's no safety for these players. They have to really work. That's why the NFL.
Well, whoever get paid first, the other.
They have a union, but
the other one's getting similar money or more money. Whoever get paid first.
They're waiting on CD because Jamar Chase 100% deserves to get paid more than CD. So
most definitely.
Yeah,
and the Cowboys are fucked contractually, so they can't really do shit. They're not going to re-sign CD this year.
Now they already offered CD a contract. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's not. That's what I mean. But
CD
they're
probably
not going to offer him
paid more than Jettis.
They don't have the ability to offer him the contract he wants because they're fucked contractually.
Yeah, he can't get Jettis money
because they're
ain't no money going out on the Vikings, so that's why Jettis got that money.
They're paying Dak $40+ million this year. They're literally screwed over on money. I literally challenge anybody that's listening. Go to Madden and try to build a Cowboys team right now. It's fucked.
Micah money coming up. They just paid Trayvon. So yeah, they got ain't no money over there.
Dude, you know how many decisions the Cowboys have to make? That's why I'm not expecting them to survive out of this, dude. There's so much pressure on this team. I wouldn't be surprised if they slide out. We're transitioning a little bit. That was my bad, but they're screwed. So I don't see that this Bengals contract resolving quickly, especially by the beginning of the season. I think it'll continue.
Who else was it? Who else? What other training camps we got? Other than the Steelers, who else did he say? Damn, he named a couple too. Did he say anything about what teams did he name? Not about the Giants, not about the Commanders, nothing about the Cowboys. What other teams did he name? He named a couple teams. I can't remember. I know we had the Steelers, but I'm waiting on that. But he named a couple other teams. We'll move to Steelers because I can't think of the teams he named. But I with Wilson having to sit out and Fields looking the way he looks. I have said it for a while. Fields has all the mechanics. He has everything you need out of a quarterback. It's just he needs to learn how to get the ball out and his pocket presence and the timing needs to be more sure. I do believe there's a things that you can fix, and I do believe that Justin Fields will prove to be a franchise quarterback very soon. I am not looking at this as something that's just, don't get too excited. I am taking this and I'm steamrolling with it. Justin Fields going into next year, possibly if Russell Wilson gets hurt or if Russell Wilson doesn't play that well, I think Justin Fields will prove himself to be a franchise quarterback for the Steelers. And I'm looking at Justin Fields to take over.
Wait. This is so ridiculous.
I think Justin Fields takes over early, bro.
This is ridiculous from both of you. You guys are all ridiculous. You guys are all super high on Justin Fields. Hefe, talk to me right now. How in the literal F are you so high on Justin Fields but so low on Josh Allen?
No, I'm not. Bro, I never said I was low on Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is a hype. No, I was being funny when I said that. I really believe Josh Allen is a modern day Cam, bro. Like he's really a modern day Cam Newton.
Okay, wait. So
with a better arm.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Where would you have
better quarterback?
Josh Allen, like top 4, top 5? Where would you have him? Top 3?
We can say better quarterback, but wasn't Cam throwing for like 500 yards a game his rookie season?
But Hefe,
not a game, but he did have a couple 500 yards.
I mean, yeah, that's an argument. But I'm asking.
He also has Steve Smith though. Come on, yo.
Where would you put Josh Allen in the top 5, Hefe?
Today?
Yeah.
Easily second or third. All
right. My point's dead. Then I thought you were being serious. Josh Allen's actually mid.
Justin Fields can possibly give you what Lamar gives you on the ground game, but he's a better quarterback than Lamar. Again, the pocket presence has.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I think Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
I think Lamar is deadly as hell.
Stop it.
No. So let me fix this. I'm not saying right now, guys. I'm not saying right now. I'm saying if we can fix Justin Fields' timing and presence in the pocket, his arm talent is better than Lamar's to me.
You're insane, dude.
Nah.
You're insane.
Nah, bro.
You're chatting.
I can't agree with you on that, big bro.
You're chatting, bro. Early. You understand how badly you're chatting right now? Bro, to you guys who like Justin Fields, bro, I'm not trying to shit on the man crazy. Like, he's got talent, but because Early's going so heavy in
Justin
on him,
Fields is a bigger.
no, wait. What evidence has Justin Fields shown you in anything for you to project him to be top 10 ever? What stretch
I
has he
wouldn't
gone
say
on?
ever, but
What-
I think, in my personal opinion, I think Justin Fields is a bigger Kyler Murray.
Dude, it's been two. That is ridiculous.
I ain't mad at that, Bo.
Number
I'm not
one,
mad at
number one. Kyler Murray was literally he was literally the top MVP candidate in a season through like 10, 11 games. Okay, he's shown the potential to play decent football and have it up here. Justin Fields, early, you're talking about pocket presence compared to him and Lamar. Are you serious? He literally is probably the worst at running into sacks at any quarterback in the freaking league, dude. It's actually legitimately bad.
This day, look, I just want to say this, bro. I understand what you're saying, Mike, but just listen, just hear me out, bro. I'm a Bucs fan. Literally, one of the players on our team said they ran the same play 3 times in a fucking row. Do you understand that this ain't Mike? I'm not saying, bro. I'm just saying, like, this is not fucking Madden, bro. This is not fucking Madden. And really, if you're gonna line up to the same formation and run the same 3 fucking, bro, Mike, I don't give a fuck if you're playing against high school kids, bro. They're catching on to that. This is NFL, bro.
No, I'm not fully disputing.
Has anybody ever wondered why they had to run the same play over and over again for Fields?
Yeah, I know.
Could it be
that
Fields has a tough time learning the playbook?
Or could it mean that
no. This is a fucking screen, Riddell. This is a fucking screen, bro. It was a screen.
The organization has been historically bad at developing quarterbacks, guys.
Well, listen. Wait. One thing though. Okay, I understand that, but at the same time, there's a difference between being inconsistent, bad sometimes, and good sometimes, and then just being pretty terrible for the majority of your career and not showing any improvement. There's different.
He's had good games though.
There's different level. He's had good games, but he's had really bad moments, bro. In his best game of his career, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's against the Redskins when DJ Moore had like a ridiculous amount of yards. So that's what we're relying on. We're relying on DJ Moore
if they give
to throw bombs because you can't read anything intermediate or up the middle. Okay, you're running into sacks like crazy. Look, there's been quarterbacks that have made improvements in their career, and
they can work on Justin Fields' time, and Mike, he's better than Tua, man.
Dude, no, he's not. Tua has shown so much more when it comes to reads. Dude, Justin Fields can't even run the read option like Tua, and he's super fast. The ability for Tua to make like very, very fast decisions about who he's doing in a complex RPO scheme. You can act like that Justin Fields is going to sit in there and do that for a season. I'm not going to say that because he doesn't have it up here. Tua at least has it up here. Obviously, if you pressure him, he's pretty screwed. But Justin Fields should be a guy that can withstand pressure, that can run out of the pocket at the right times. He's just not poised,
I watched a guy be 42 and 5 in college, dog. I believe in Justin Fields. I'm sorry. I watched it.
Okay, so you believe in him because of his combine numbers and his pure athletic ability when you literally are known for upping Tom Brady because of what he has up here. So which one is it?
And I believe, Mike, and I said before, Mike, I believe that Justin Fields literally is just some quarterback coach guru nurturing away from being a great quarterback, man. I'm be honest with you.
I agree, bro. I agree.
What I'm saying, though. I
feel what you're saying, bro. I feel what you're saying.
See guys be in bad situations,
bro.
man. But
I strongly feel like Justin Fields.
Hold on, real quick. Let me get this off. What are we saying about Trevor Lawrence if Urban Meyer stays as coach? What are we saying about Jared Goff if Fisher stays as coach? Like, these are guys that had people, they had us believing they wasn't shit. Literally. It just took a guy who comes, rubs your back, rubs your arms, coach you up a little bit, say, look, dog, you are God, I believe in you. And that can change a quarterback's play dramatically. Even with the Buccaneers just did with Baker Mayfield. When you come to a situation where guys actually believe in you and they say, dog, we sticking with you, it changes a lot. Honestly, it does.
Bro, but
W faith.
You go.
W faith.
Oh, okay.
I respect the faith you're having in our guy here, Justin Fields, but we've seen him play the game. You're basically saying that Justin Fields, what he has to get better at is being a quarterback. Like all the traits is good, but if you can't read coverages, if you can't make snap decisions, if you get panicked every single time you're in the offensive against the defensive line, then you're just not a good quarterback. I mean, it's simple as that. Throwing it far can do you only so good. Running fast can do you only so good.
Well, speaking of Steelers in the AFC, let's go for the topic of the day. Biggest red flags in the AFC for AFC teams. We'll start with the best team, or the worst team going into the league that they're saying. What is the biggest red flag for the Denver Broncos?
The team.
The quarterback. They don't know who it's going to be. They have to rely on Bo Nix and Zach Wilson. I mean, simple as that.
Yeah, they're completely screwed at quarterback.
I want y'all to know that they I think CBS Sports ranked NFL quarterbacks this upcoming season, and 32 and 31. 31 was, I hate to say it, but O'Connell was 31, and 32 was both the Bo Nix and Jerry Stidham combo. They were the 32 worst quarterbacks in the league going into next season, or worst quarterback projected going into next season. So that quarterback situation over there, but there was a time where one man took an AFC Chargers quarterback who was at his last leg, had a bad arm, and he turned him into a Hall of Famer.
Oh my God.
And that man coaches the Denver Broncos.
Dude.
So let's get the Denver Broncos some faith, because you never know.
Okay.
Well, get Sean Payton. He ain't doing shit.
Wait. Let me say my most worried about person. A quarterback is fair, but I'm going the front office, because early. What did you just talk about? You just said if Justin Fields had a offensive coach and offensive talent around him when he
If
came
Justin
in
Fields
season,
had,
wait.
If Justin Fields had, what is the coach's name? I'm drawing a blank, guys. Help me out. The Saints ex-coach, the Saints coach that played that coach the Broncos now.
Sean Payton.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait.
If Sean Payton, if Justin Fields had Sean Payton, come on, guys.
Okay, wait. Early. Wait. All I'm saying is like
Could be Taysom Hill.
This is a failure of an organization. Wait, hold up, Hefe. That's great. All right. If it's just an embarrassment, because it's like you are literally getting a quarterback who isn't rated very highly when it comes to the first round. He has a lot of questions. He's old, and you have zero talent around him. That's why I'm going front office, because there's so many guys that we've talked about that have had their careers absolutely blundered because they had nobody around them. Their first 3 years was an absolute mess, so they couldn't improve.
Back, bro, like Colt McCoy, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna happen with Bo Nix, because Bo Nix, he doesn't have a great arm. He doesn't have that innate ability to really win games crazy. He was on a very stacked Oregon team. He's going to come into the NFL with fucking nothing. Just be like, all right, bro. You can beat Zach Wilson. First of all, if you don't beat Zach Wilson, you're screwed, because Zach Wilson's one of the worst quarterbacks and has been. So even if he's good, you look terrible because you couldn't beat Zach Wilson. And if you go in and beat Zach Wilson, you're going to get thrown to the Wolves within your first year at 23-24 when you have to show something and you have nothing, regardless if he's good or not. I'm expecting the Broncos to be a bottom 3 team. I think they could be the worst team in the league this year, and I genuinely believe that.
I'd say top 25.
No, I think they're legitimately one of the worst teams this year. I think Sean Payton is in that conversation too.
That's my reason for saying top 5. I mean, I think Sean Payton will pull it out of his pocket.
But Sean Payton drafting Bo Nix when they have no offensive talent, that he's acting like he's some mastermind in the presser, that's the failure upon his part. I'm not saying he's an all-time great head coach, but I think his ego's a little bit too high right now. And he's
Is it
acting like
though?
he can make something with nothing, dude. Because
Well, hold on. He has though, because Jameis Winston, he revitalized his career. He made people literally believe
Not just him, Teddy Bridgewater also.
Teddy Bridgewater, that he made people believe Taysom Hill is the actual quarterback. And then Russell Wilson came back from the worst season of one of the worst seasons we've ever seen.
But do you?
And the following year, Russell Wilson looks like a normal quarterback again.
But do
He
you
literally revived the careers of so many quarterbacks.
But do you think Bo Nix is better than either three of those quarterbacks right now?
I wouldn't say better
He
or
could be better than
but I
Teddy
think that
Bridgewater.
I'm just saying, as a rookie quarterback, you need weapons to succeed. He has absolutely nothing for that weapon core except for an older Cortland Sutton who's been injured.
They have Marvin Mims,
who's had 2 knee injuries.
I think they got Devontae Williams.
They have
got
some
Javonte
talent.
Williams. They got Jaleel, who's a solid running back for that was rookie. They got
But that's still ain't enough,
Tim
bro.
Patrick, even though
so
Patrick
are we really gonna forget that Cortland Sutton is a pretty good wide receiver?
Yeah. Well, off of one knee, where
I don't know,
he's not a great route runner. He can only high point, and you're okay. So you're drafting Bo Nix, who's not a You're drafting Bo Nix, who's not a high point thrower. He's not a deep throw of the football. Okay, you're asking the guy who needs to read the field and go to checkdowns and go intermediate, right? And you're pairing him up with Cortland Sutton, who can only high point, and he's not a solidified route runner. Marvin Mims has potential to be some sort of receiver that can be good, but you don't have any other solidified talent.
But sometimes, Mike, that's enough. And under a coach like Sean Payton, that's enough.
No, it's not. It's at the quarterback position. You'd have to be
Marcus Colston. He kept Marcus Colston afloat. Not saying Marcus Colston is not a good wide receiver. Please, anybody that thinks that I'm saying Marcus Colston was a fantastic wide receiver. He kept Marcus Colston afloat. Marcus Colston played what 30, 33? Okay. I mean, look at who the wide receivers that has played in New Orleans when he was there. As long as he had a quarterback that can throw somebody the ball, that's really all that matters. That's really all that matters, man. As long as I can get somebody the ball, and if I have somebody like Cortland Sutton that can go up for 6'4", 230 pounds, I can get that done.
You need more than that, because even if that works, okay, so now they're just going to double him off the top. They know he can't go inside. They know he can't go intermediate because his routes aren't like that. So now you're relying on Marvin Mims and whoever the third, Tim Patrick or whatever. So you're relying on Bo Nix to be able to read these things. And there's talent in that division. That's a team that the Raiders could actually stifle with their defense, let alone the Chargers. The Chargers have Herbert, so it's always going to be such discussion there. Are they beating the Chiefs? They will be last. They will be last in that division, 100%. I'm willing. I might go to Vegas and book some shit, because there's that. To me, it's just a dire situation right now.
Well, we still on the Broncos
in the next 3 years.
Yeah,
but
all right, let's move on to the Broncos. They're a bad team. Let's stay in that division. Let's go with the Chargers. What do we think? Who do we think the Chargers? What is their biggest red flag?
I'm
going with the receiving core.
I actually like their receiving core. I'm gonna be honest.
What's their receiving core, Riddell? Can you name him?
Lad McConkey, who I believe in. Joshua Palmer, who will be a solid number 2 or number 3 receiver.
They say he's number 1 right now.
Then that's fine too.
What I tell y'all? I told you, bro.
No, he should be. I agree with that. All right, which one?
Joshua Palmer is solid. Quentin Johnson, I don't know, man. Quentin Johnson's an I don't know. But they
say he's the 3rd or 4th receiver right now.
They got Early's guy too, Brendan Rice.
Oh, Brendan Rice. I like Brendan Rice.
So I like what they got. Considering their situation, I like what they got. I would say the biggest red flag for the Chargers would probably be their defense right now.
Yeah, I like that too.
More so the linebacker. No. Maybe the deep A's. They got a rookie linebacker who's projecting to be pretty good, pretty solid. I like their defensive line will be good. I like Thule. I like Cleo Mack, obviously. Joey Bosa, it could be the 3rd best D lineman on the team, which would be fine. Their DBs are just not good. Other than Derwin James is not good. So, but
they still got JC.
No, he went back to the Patriots.
Damn.
Yeah. All they got is Asante Samuel Jr., who's okay. He's all right.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm gonna have to go defense, especially secondary with them, because as Riddell pointed out, they're weak there.
If
And
Asante
Asante
Samuel
Samuels
Jr. is
supposed
still
to
a
be that.
starting corner on this NFL team, I'm worried.
Yeah, and also to add on to that, I was going to bring up Asante early. I think Samuels, that whole development of that pick, especially his rookie year, I think he was playing at a decently high level, and they thought he was going to be a guy that would be a staple, and it just hasn't necessarily turned out that way. So I feel like,
He
they
need to play safety, Mike, because he can't play corner.
Yeah, but then it's
they got Derwin James playing safety. So,
but then it's also like I've seen Byron Jones, who's the most athletic cornerback I've ever seen, suck ass at safety because he didn't know how to play it. So I mean, like, it has to be the right person in the right mind when it comes to just like strategy as a player in order for that to work out. And that's just a tough thing to do. 3 years in, you're a first or second round pick, and they're like, all right, you're going to safety. Like at least they gave Byron Jones like 3 years. So I'd be worried about that. I think foundationally they did good in this draft, but like they're obviously not finished in their rebuild. They still have ways to go with the way that their team is kind of screwed over in the past couple of years. So yeah, that's what I would say secondary.
All right. Next.
Let's stay in the division. Let's go with who's the other team in the division? The
Raiders.
The Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
We quarterback, of course. Biggest red flag is quarterback. I do believe that they didn't. I think, let's be real. I'm glad Dez not here. Those dumbass fucking Falcons screwed the whole draft up. And fucked everything up by getting Michael Penix. Yeah, I just got Kirk Cousins. Literally, the Raiders were banking on either McCarty, AJ, or they would get banking on Michael Penix. I'm pretty sure they wanted Michael Penix. The Falcons go up and get Michael Penix, fucking everything up for the Raiders. So I can't even blame the Raiders for not trying to get a better quarterback in the offseason because they literally was all in for Michael Penix, and the Falcons fucked that up. So the biggest problem is the quarterback right now.
Agreed. Quarterback or secondary?
I'd have to go quarterback. It's
quarterback, 100%.
It's just like you're in a position where your offensive talent is kind of good, and you might be able to compete, but with that quarterback spot, you're relying on a lot there for what you have. So I think that's kind of the biggest thing I'm worrying about with them. I feel like if they have solid quarterback play, I agree with Early. They can be better than people think, but you're also in a really tough division where quarterback play superiorly matters because you're probably going to be in close games and 3 out of 4 teams. So, yeah, I'd go quarterback.
All right. What next is Chiefs Early?
Yeah, but
Chiefs.
Do we not do Chiefs?
Yeah, no, Chiefs the first. This last team on the list. My biggest concern for the Chiefs, honestly, going into next season. I do believe that I'm concerned not about the receiver core, but I'm more so concerned about their cornerback play. I think losing Snead and making McDuffie your number one corner of your team, I think that could be a problem. I believe that although the pass rush was pretty good last year, I believe that McDuffie and Snead kind of held it down. Like rarely when you have a great pass line, great D line, it helps your corners out. I think them corners help that D line out. With the exception of Chris Jones, I think the corners did a good job of, you could watch film of them literally just blanketing guys for a long period of time too. So I think them losing that corner position is going to be a problem moving into next season because I don't have the biggest faith in their pass rush moving to this season, with the exception of Chris Jones.
Biggest problem is the receiving core. I feel like it's okay to be relatively skeptical. I mean, they got I think his name is Joshua Williams, so we'll see about him. Obviously Trent McDuffie's a dog, so quarterback room is going to be interesting. I would be also concerned about the tackle positions for the Chiefs in terms of their offensive tackles. They drafted a guy to kind of replace one of their offensive tackles, and the other one I believe is still Juwan Johnson, who wasn't great. I think that's his name. So, or Juwan Taylor, one of those. I think it's Juwan Taylor. So that's what I would say. The offensive tackles. So we'll see how that kind of plays out.
Yeah, I think receiving core is a big thing, but the reason why I'm not going to put it as number one is because we've seen Patrick Mahomes do it with receiving cores that aren't as good. So I feel like I'm agreeing with you. The O-line, the tackle position is going to be really important for them because that was honestly their biggest fear. And the thing that really screwed them over in the Super Bowl that almost had them lose is their tackle position and also just the O-line as a whole. Because Isaiah Pacheco's sitting there in the wing and, that guy could be like a top 5 running back, like solidified if he can get a decent O-line around him. So
if they actually ran the ball with that nigga, I think he's Marshawn Lynch Jr.
I think that's what they're projecting to go do. I just feel like they got in a position where their defense was very heavy and good. So they're like, all right, we're going to improve on this, which kind of made it to where they're not putting a bunch of drafting to their O-line as much as they were. Because if we remember, Andy Reid's like an O-line drafting legend. He always drafts early O-line. So I feel like they're going to project and go back to do that, especially with Mahomes just getting older overall. And that O-line is going to be really important. But I also feel like you're giving Trent McDuffie a little bit of slight because that man is really damn good. And I also think that it really helps in Magnola's system to have 2 elite corners and everything. But I also think it makes their job easier when a quarterback every snap is wondering when pressure's coming and it's disguised so well. So I feel like they play into each other very well, and their defense could take a little bit of a hit, but I still expect it to be good.
Yo, can we speed run this? Let's speed run the rest of the AFC teams.
Yeah, you ain't lying. It's 8. We got 8 to 10 minutes. All right, bet. Let's run through AFC East. Let's go worst team. Let's go Patriots. Biggest concern is coaching and new regime. What you got, Hefe? Biggest concern?
Shit, I'll go pass rush. Shit, I don't know.
What you got, Riddell?
Biggest red flag for the New England Patriots is their still weapons room. We still don't know who's going to be the guys to show up. So they got their quarterback. Now they need the weapons. That's the one.
Mo, biggest concern for the Patriots?
I think they just don't have a lot of offensive weapons. I think that's their biggest issue. Really, to be honest with you, their main issue. I think once they can pick up on that, I think they could actually get better for right now.
Mike, talk to me.
Receiving core.
Okay, I like that too. Let's go Dolphins. Biggest concern: giving Tua $200 million. Hefe, you go.
Disgusting work.
It's disgusting, but I'm doubling right back around to
Come on, man.
Go ahead, Riddell. What's the biggest concern for the big red flag for the Dolphins?
Yeah, I need some Tua respect. The biggest red flag for the Dolphins is their offensive line, for sure. That despite having a mid to bad offensive line, Tua still cooked because Tua is a good quarterback.
Well, your little Hawaiian bias is crazy.
Just let him do his thing.
Bias, all right.
Just let him do his thing.
Polynesian bias. I mean, Mo, what's your big concern for the Dolphins?
I agree. I think it's probably the offensive line.
Biggest red flag for you, Mike.
I'm saying quarterback because Tua with a bad offensive line with pressure sucks. So
there we go. Three bad quarterbacks. So we're gonna go over to the Bills. My biggest concern for the Bills really is just health this year. They are just have a big concern of health every year. So I'm going with the health this year. What you got, Hefe? Red flag. They got a bad injury. Whoever the health guy is,
how well will Keon Cole? Jesus, how well will Josh and his new receivers mesh? He just got rid of 2 guys with Gabe and Diggs. How well would he mesh with his new receivers?
All right, what you got, Riddell?
Biggest red flag is, funny enough, Josh Allen.
Damn.
this team can be as good as a contender and as bad as a team missing the playoffs, and it's all depending on how good Josh Allen plays. We've seen him play good with Stephon Diggs being mid. So now that Stephon Diggs is gone, this is your time to shine. So if you don't shine, then that's on you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not blaming the receiving core.
Fair take.
Mo.
I would say the wide receiving core.
Okay. Mike.
Receiving core is heavy, but I'm gonna go running back core because James Cook is supposed to be that guy, and that's gonna be really important for them if they want to run read option and stuff.
All right, cool. Jets, big concern. Fucking Aaron Rodgers. Get your shit together and lead this team. And they ain't shit without you, basically. But if you don't, I'm cool with Jordan Travis taking over and starting the Jordan Travis era. What you got, Hefe?
I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers' health, bro.
All right, cool. What you got, Bradell?
I'm going health. Very easy.
Mo?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. Health for Aaron Rodgers.
What you got there, Michael?
I'm going O-line with them.
All right, cool. Let's move over to the AFC North. Let's go with the Browns. Biggest concern for the Browns. For me, I don't know what the fuck Deshaun Watson is at this point. I don't know if he's a good quarterback, bad quarterback. I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's going to be the future. All I know is he got a lot of guaranteed money that they're going to be on the books for, and I don't believe in him. So that's my biggest red flag for them. Hefe, who you got?
Man, damn, he took what I was thinking, but hell, yeah, Watson consistency, bro. Where's Deshaun, bro? He been missing it for a minute.
Who you got, Riddell?
Deshaun Watson for sure. Dude's been a bum since he came back.
Mo, he showed us a little something last year, but then got hurt again. So who knows? What do you got, Mo?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing.
Michael?
Yeah, I've been different, but it's going to have to be quarterback. This team is primed and has been primed for the last 3 years to do something, and they haven't because of the quarterback position.
I'm going to go next team, Pittsburgh Steelers. My big concern for the Pittsburgh Steelers is them not understanding what they had with Justin Fields and making him the franchise quarterback. He could be the heir apparent to Ben Roethlisberger y'all been looking for. Get it together, coach him up, and make him the guy. Hefe, what you got?
My biggest concern for the Steelers is how well will Justin Fields adjust to this new system. There is a real thing where you could get out there and see ghosts. We've seen it before with other quarterbacks who lined up on the center for another team. I just want to know how well can Justin Fields adjust to a new team, a new atmosphere, and win. That's all.
If Russell Wilson goes down.
No, I think he gets it over Russell Wilson, to be honest.
Oh, wow. Riddell, talk to me.
Which team we talking about?
Steelers.
Oh, biggest red flag is the quarterback. So Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, both of them potentially being very mid.
Mo.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's the defense.
Whoa. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
What the hell?
Michael,
yeah, and I'm gonna
Bro,
translate.
that defense was ranked 21 last year.
Okay. I'm gonna translate what Early said objectively and say the quarterback position.
Hilarious.
You like that, FA? You like that?
Hilarious. All right, next team, the Bengals. Biggest concern for me, of course. What are we doing, Joe Burrow? Are you healthy? Are you not? So not just Joe Burrow's health, but also this O-line, because for the last couple of years, it's been the O-line's fault of why Justin Burrow. See, Justin Burrow, at least we can say that Justin Burrow isn't just getting hurt. Like, he's not injury prone. It's that he keeps getting put on his ass. So my biggest concern is actually, will the O-line protect Justin Fields so he don't get hurt? What about you, Hefe?
So I'm gonna say kind of O-line, but I want to know if he has a new run game to keep him upright and in the game as well. Losing Joe Mixon, I wonder how effective that's gonna be.
I actually like that. Go ahead, Riddell.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, his health is the biggest red flag. When Joe Burrow's healthy, bare minimum, they're in the AFC Championship. So, I mean, I'm not worried about Joe Burrow as long as he's healthy.
Mo, talk to me.
I'm gonna say signing Jamar Chase. That's what I'm gonna say.
Ooh, I like that. Mike?
I'm gonna have to agree with Hefe on this one. It's definitely the O-line. It's been the biggest conversation, which also leads into Burrow's health.
Baltimore Ravens' big concern is Lamar Jackson. I need Lamar to be a quarterback when it matters the most in time of being a quarterback, and that is the playoffs. Everything they literally have everything they need. They just need Lamar to step over, come to the other side of winning, and make that leap to be a Super Bowl contending quarterback, and not just the guy who can get you into the AFC Championship game. So my big concern is Lamar Jackson and his play in the playoffs. Biggest red flag. What about you, Hefe?
My biggest concern for the Ravens, believe it or not, is how well with Derrick Henry and Lamar mesh. Yeah, Lamar is an athlete and he can go from 0 to 60, but how well was that going to work out in the option or the RPOs, so on and so forth? Is that going to work? With they're both of their playing style.
Okay. Riddell.
Biggest red flag for the Ravens is the offensive line. They lost a lot of offensive linemen, so that's the biggest question in terms of the interior. That's going to ensure that Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson is protected. I mean, you could argue defense since they lost their DC, but offensive line is very important. So I'm going to go O-line.
Mo.
I'm definitely going to say O-line.
Michael.
I'm going receiving core. They lost Odell,
Okay.
didn't really do anything else. So it's been a question for a long time. And you got Derrick Henry, but is it going to be enough in the playoffs to get the ball downfield?
All right, cool. Next division, AFC South. We'll start with the Tennessee Titans. My biggest concern with the Tennessee Titans is honestly figuring out their identity. That's my biggest red flag. I don't think they know what they are. You lost Derrick Henry. I don't know who the backup running back is over there at that team. Is Will Levis the guy? Will he lead you guys to a some good quarterback play that you guys haven't had since probably Steve McNair? That's my big concern with them, honestly, is just figuring out their identity. Who you got? What you got, Hefe?
I like Will. I like him over there. My main concern is who's gonna run the ball now, and who's gonna run the ball for them now, and is that their current identity, or was that just because of Derek?
Riddell.
Biggest red flag for the Titans. I mean, their offensive line is still not good. They got JC Latham. It seems like he's gonna play left tackle.
They still got Lawan.
Oh no.
No, I think Lawan retired.
Yeah, they do have Skoronski who's playing in the interior. So the Titans' offensive line, if they can't block for Will Levis, then nothing's really going to change. So I'm gonna go offensive line.
Mo.
To me, it's between the running back and the offensive line. So I'm gonna just probably say the running back.
Mike.
I'm going to have to go O-line here. I think it's really important that you put offensive line around Will Levis so he can get those deep balls more consistently. So, yeah.
All right, cool. Next team will be the Jaguars. Big concern. Will Trevor Lawrence make the next step, and will his receivers catch the ball? So I think the offensive passing game in the total is my biggest red flag about the Jaguars, because if it's not guys dropping the ball, it's Trevor Lawrence's play in general. So my big concern with them is just their passing game. I think their running game is there. I think they got to figure out the passing game. What you got, Hefe, for the Jaguars?
I'm gonna go O-line, dog. They went overhauled wide receiving core. You got ETN who's been eating over there. It's about keeping Trevor Lawrence upright, cutting out the excuses.
What you got, Riddell?
I would say receiving core red flag. The problem with the Jaguars, there's a lot of problems with like certain
I know.
But this team could be better than last year if Kirk is healthy, Christian Kirk, and if Brian Thomas Jr. ends up being a guy and Gabe Davis is okay. So, yeah, I'm going to say receiving core. If they're healthy and they perform, then the Jaguars are a great team.
Man. I'm rooting for Brian Thomas Jr. Mo, what you got?
Definitely wide receivers.
What you got, Michael?
T-Law, they've been in games. He's played inconsistent. I need to see more.
Biggest red flag for the Colts. AR. Will AR not only be healthy, but what does he look like as the actual quarterback? We did not see enough out of him. I know we all got high praise of him, and we're hoping that he's going to be great. But to be honest with you, I don't know what he is. So, I need to see him play a whole season. Have they?
I gotta go defense, bro. They just lost a nice D tackle. They haven't had a middle linebacker for a little while. I want to see something come out of that defense and actually be able to hold teams up.
They got Zaire Franklin though. Ain't he middle linebacker? Riddell, what you got?
I'm gonna go. I don't like their secondary, but I'm gonna say quarterback Anthony Richardson. Who is he? That's the biggest question.
Same here. Mo, what you got going on?
Definitely the defense.
Mike, talk to me, coach.
It's gonna have to be Anthony Richardson. This offense is positioned to be pretty good this year, and it's gonna have to be with him.
And last but not least, those Houston Texans. My biggest concern for Houston, in all honesty, is do they calm down and not take the hype? Do not get left. Do not basically, get skewed by the hype, because honestly, there is no red flag on this team. The biggest red flag, honestly, is just them overcoming the hype and basically proving what people already think they're going to be and not letting it get to their head. This could be a Eagles type of season, the year when they call themselves a super team. This team is geared to have everything. It's just that when you're at this level, when you have the best odds to be an MVP at your quarterback and CJ Stroud, will you live up to the hype, or will you let it eat you alive? So that's my biggest concern, is them, living up to the hype. Hefe? Pressure.
My biggest concern is CJ Stroud real? Is what CJ Stroud brings to the table, is it real? Can he do it again? Can it be stopped this year? Will he be slowed down this year? Is CJ Stroud real?
I like that. Have Riddell?
Biggest red flag is definitely maybe
it's hard to find one, ain't
it? Maybe on defense you can say like their secondary corner is not good, and the
they got
linebacker.
Stingley though, right?
No, secondary. Like Derek Stingley is a dog, so the secondary corner is not good, and their linebacking core. I would just say like what their identity is in the receiving room, and very simple. The biggest red flag is Stephon Diggs. Will he buy in to his role? Because the number one receiver on that team is Nico Collins. So I need him to get in line.
Who cares?
Get in line and become the number 2 option to Nico Collins. So that's what I need. That's what I need right there.
All right. Mo?
Respect Nico Collins.
Texas, Mo. Houston, Texas. What's your biggest red flag?
I think really the only thing that I can honestly say is that CJ Stroud, it's all up to you, man. What can you do this year? You have everything. You have the whole package. So
For me, it's the new pieces that they got adjusting, not necessarily a position group. Just adjusting those new pieces, because if those pieces adjust, you probably have the most balanced team in the league. It's just a matter of when and like how.
All right. That has been another episode of Open Field, guys. Thank y'all for showing out. Shout out to Dev, Random, Riddell, Hefe, Mo, Michael, myself, man. See you guys on Wednesday. And as always, man, if you need some football, we who you come to get some football. Season starts in a couple weeks, preseason, and yeah, man. Let's get to it, guys. It's gonna be a great year. All right, and we out this month.